Hey everybody, welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. My name is Casey. We're going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition tonight, The Secrets of the Sphinx, a early edition that we are able to test out with Goodman Games. Please be sure to check out goodmangames.com, information on that Kickstarter and when that will be available. It is coming soon. Tonight we're going to be playing, I believe it is Chapter 13 of the new Dark Tower series, a bonus that was added because of some of the Kickstarter rewards, which is the Secrets of the Sphinx. We're going to be playing it to keep the spoilers very, very light on the Dark Tower series. We'll be playing it as a band of adventurers that have been hired by maybe the main party, maybe someone else, to do a little bit of research. And we'll be having those party members introduce themselves in just a moment. As you can see on screen, we have 4 players, 4 characters, and then a beastie who I have not caught the name of yet. We will be finding out about that Steel Defender in just a little bit. They have been brought into a fairly warm, but better than the heat outside room down below an estate carved down into the sandstone near Red Moon Pass. Now, the woman they're meeting with has been introduced to them as Lapis. That does seem a bit pseudonymy, but it's enough. The party has been gathered as experts in their field, and they have been paid fairly well. And they have received recommendations to indicate that this is on the up and up, and yes, it is very, very important, but maybe don't ask too many questions because, you know, there's some danger level here. So as Lapis gets ready to introduce the problem to the party, I'm going to ask each of the players to go ahead and introduce themselves as they would like, and then give the introduction to their characters. First, a physical introduction, kind of what do you look like as you're standing there in this room, and then maybe a little bit about the character themselves, what the others might know about you. You're all specialists in a related field. It's not quite archaeology, it's not quite history, it's not quite adventuring, it's that weird blending where that all sorts to come together, delving into secrets. Maybe not with the flashy heroics and the fireballs, or maybe there are flashy heroics and fireballs. We'll find out. But we'll go from right to left across the screen, which I do have in order for both the players and the characters. So that will be Durala. Durala.
Yes. Okay, well, I'm Jenna. I'm playing Durala. Durala, when she first came in, would have been in a disguise using Mask of Many Faces, but now that she is with the group, would have dropped that to reveal that she is a very small amphibious creature, probably most recognized, if anyone's been to Cholt, as a grung. This one has little pink bits coming off the side of the head, kind of like axolotl. And their specialty is magic, and she just kind of leaves it at that. She's very full of herself, very confident. Maybe when Lapis sees her, it's probably like, why was this thing picked for a very secret mission? Because she talks a lot. But yeah, that is her. I think, did I forget to answer a question in that introduction at all? No.
That seems like a good introduction.
Okay, cool.
So the others would recognize Durala as a very magic heavy, maybe a little on the Gabby side, but that seems like a good mix. Next in line, Notabile, Nota Blah.
It's Nautabel, thank you very much. Nautabel, stepping forward, is a human. Human male, average height, little on the leaner side, but still well built, scraggly hair. Looks like he needs a shave. Kind of unkempt, just being around. He kind of spouses of alcohol. Not a great first introduction. He's not the specialty at it, but he's got on his belts. He's got a couple of not hips. Oh yes, he has hips, but on those hips are some whips and a longsword, and just across his entire like belt and just like chest are alchemist fires, potions, wooden stakes. Just he screams of a monster hunter type variety,
Mhm.
and he's just looking towards the grooms like, oh shit, what did I get myself into this time?
Excellent. I mean, everybody needs a little muscle, and if not muscle, beer muscles count sometimes. Next along the lines, there's not enough vowels for me to try and sound this one out. Is it rigid?
It's just RJD.
RJD?
Just very simply RJD, and RJD is a bard. You can recognize that very easily. Multitude instruments that he carries with him. You may know him. He travels around. He plays. He tours. He would automatically assume that you do know exactly who he is. In physical stature, he's got the curly, long black hair. He's always doing this. This is like his thing. If you talk to him, he's just like, yes, yes. And he's probably like gets mistaken for a halfling more than not. We're talking like maybe 4 foot, 10 max, maybe a little shorter. He'll say he's 5 foot, but probably not. So pretty short. But that's RJD.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I have already heard Brenna's name pronounced, so I can't botch that one too badly, though I'll try hard later on. Maybe like a Brenya sort of in there in the end. Brenna?
Brenna. So, Brenna, as you are looking at her, is about sort of like average height, average weight, and she looks pretty average in terms of skin tone, which is sort of like light cream color. But she has a very distinct hair style. She's shaved off part of her hair on the right hand side so that everybody can see this tattoo, which is a tattoo of a raven, which is pretty much a declaration of if you are unwise, you think it's a declaration of religion, and if you are wise, you recognize it's just a declaration of what she does, which is she's a battle crow of many kinds and and really is very, very much taken with the study of war and all of its guises. And so she's dressed very efficiently for that purpose. And so what you get is the sense of a competent person, a little bit strange tattoo, and not sure why that's there, and otherwise purposely disinterested in the rest of the group.
Sounds good. Now, Brenna, I know on your sheet you had a Steel Defender. Is that Steel Defender with you?
Well, the Steel Defender is in fact with me, but he's not definitely in my direct vicinity right now because I've asked him to go ahead and sit and wait someplace until I ask him to come forward. So I will introduce him when he actually shows up.
Sounds good. And as the party gathers, Lapis sort of waits for you all to settle in. Any of you who know each other get to, have your short conversations. And then she says, you are to be tasked with posing a rather important question to a quite knowledgeable person. An immortal Sphinx, which our research indicates dwells within a stone structure known as the Guardian Sphinx. I have for you here a puzzle box, and I'll be showing you solution. After I've demonstrated it to you, we're going to be putting a question inside each of them. The question is related, they're not exactly the same. But we believe that this Sphinx can answer the question. For your own safety, we recommend that you do not open the box and read it. Knowing what we seek could put you in great danger. Those that we contest against have powers enough that they can pluck information from your mind, and if you were to fail, not knowing would offer you some measure of safety. Curiosity unanswered is not so much a price to pay for safety, is it? But, well, when the question is presented, if the answer is scribed onto the scroll, a matching scroll here will appear with the answer. You do not need to return, and in fact, we'd recommend that you do not do so. That could put you in greater danger as well. Go to ground once your mission is accomplished. Enjoy your monies and continue your research, and we wish you well of it. I hope there are no more questions. We'll see you on your way.
I was promised a drink, and I'm still expecting it.
Oh, yes, of course, there will be accommodations. We have you booked for travel, and we understand the quantities of goods that you each consume.
Is it? How'd you figure that out? Because I don't remember like giving you like, you know how like at wedding invitations you put like you circle like what you want to eat. Like how'd you know what we want to eat or how much we eat?
Well, you'll be traveling for long enough that you'll have the chance to eat more than one thing.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Question does have merit. I mean, you'd have to know. Actually, let me ask. Durala, are you a her, him, they, other?
Oh, I haven't asked that one before. The other one, not the overall question one. I usually go by her, but I can respond to they as well, or other. It confuses me a little, but I'll respond to other. Mostly her though.
Okay, thank you. I will use her most of the time and other only if there's a real problem.
Most of the
Be a
time, I'm
signal.
not the problem.
But anyway, her question is one about logistics and how you might know whether or not Durala could what she could eat. And that's a reasonable question, I think.
Well, we have the recommendations from some of your other associates who are more familiar with you. We specialize in information gathering similar to what you do. Our specialty is more in information about people. We're hoping that you can manage information from the past.
Well, let's hope that help is not disappointed.
We certainly pray that it will not be.
No disappointments here.
And with that, Lapis gets you arranged. They make the payments. They send it off to a safe place of your choosing in the appropriate amounts. And you're put into travel. It takes about 2 weeks. And they are being rather circumspect with your travel. They make sure that, you're not doing anything flashy along the way. You don't have to pay for anything. You're staying inside the carriage, staying inside the ship, staying inside the wagons, and they're just sort of shuffling you about until eventually you arrive in a dusty ravine to the southwest of Red Moon Pass. Now, you of course know where you are, but others probably don't. And just a moment here as we flip maps and we find out how well or poorly I've done on the map setup. I'm hoping the characters should, in the lower left-hand corner, see themselves, as well as 2 torches, and if you would each please click on your token, try and move around 1 or 2 spots.
Okay. Oh, and I need to bring Munin with me. There he is.
Alright. Things look like they're moving.
We are moving.
We are. And boy, it would help if I was on the right page.
Nah. You don't need to do that.
I mean, it seems like you should. So, the good news is that the coin that was paid for your grizzled guide was money well spent. They were right. There was a little used trail off the main trade route that headed more or less east into the foothills. The trail winded its way up as it climbed the somewhat gentle slopes of the peak. The windswept air is dry, kicking up reddish dust from the barren wasteland of the pass. Aside from the occasional raptor high overhead, and the occasional scraggly brown leaf shrubbery with its thorn-riddled stems, the forsaken landscape is devoid of life. Eventually, the route angles north and begins to constrict as the very canyon walls seem to close in on your insignificant forms. The canyon walls block the unrelentless rays of the sun, bathing the canyon in shadow, yet there does not seem to be a reprieve from the stifling warmth. Sitting at the mouth of the canyon, in silent vigil, is a massive stone-carven Sphinx. The magnificent creature is carved from dark brown to deep red stone, and rests on a plinth of similar material, perhaps a few feet high. The lion-like colossus sits with its back legs hunched down, and the front paws outstretched in front of its body. From outstretched paw to the base of the tail must be at least 200 feet long, its body half as wide. Its tail curls to the east towards the canyon wall. The torso and head are clearly fashioned after a regal, feminine human form, adorned with a headdress. The top of the headdress is nearly 100 feet above the canyon floor. Centered between the outstretched paws are a set of stone doors in a shadowy alcove under the structure's chin. There appears to be something inscribed on the doors, and the area between the paws is covered with sand. Beyond the massive monument, the canyon continues, angling away to the east. Your guide looks at you and says, this is about as far as I'm willing to come for that money. You can feel it already, can't you? The eyes. He sort of glances off. Then they're buried here. They were of royal stock. They're not kind to common folk. Want nothing to do with them. I'll be heading off. Don't stay
Wait.
too long. What?
Buried?
Buried? Good question. So, as you take a look around and you finally figure out where exactly they're dropping you off at, let's introduce one of the rules that we're going to be using, which is I will be asking each of the party members when we enter a new room or start to do a thing to choose from either perception, investigation, history, or survival. If you would like, the party can double up to give someone advantage on one of those rolls by abandoning one of the others, or they can roll one of each of the four. That's going to be basically what you get from your initial scan of a room or an area, and that's what we're going to do right now. So if I could have someone volunteer for perception, investigation, history, and survival. History is going to get you the lore, so what's going on in this place, that buried question, you might know about this particular veil. Survival would give you tracks, creatures, that sort of thing. Recent history. Investigation, that's where we're going to find traps and other interesting tidbits. And then perception is where we're going to find hidden things. Who would like to do what? And feel free to talk amongst yourselves about your specialties.
Well, my specialty, as I asked the question, really is more around investigating and seeking out things than it is about history, especially history here.
I think my
You'll all
specialty.
find out I'm not. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're cool. I didn't realize.
No, well, no, I just paused, and so, and as you can tell, I'm not very perceptive.
I was gonna say my specialty is staying out of y'all's way while you figure this out. I'm just gonna sing about the Sphinx and the Sphinx.
Durala is gonna be like looking at you like wide-eyed, like never hearing music like it before, but is so intrigued. Durala.
I am best at looking at things. I was gonna say pretty closely, but honestly, it's kind of a toss up between. I like to read a lot, so I'm a little bit of a history buff. Just
They're gonna kind of like brush their fingers like through the frills, just to be like,
just I like a little bit of history. And yeah, I got a good set of eyes on me, so I'm good at peeking around. So whatever you guys don't feel like doing, I think I might be able to handle.
So investigation, perception, and history are her three. They're equally good. So
Yeah, me, history's never been my strong suit. If you have any religious questions, I'm bound to answer it. But I'm better at more looking at things. Typically people like to hide in the shadows when they try to jump at you. Perception.
Okay.
alright. I think I was the only one who said history, so maybe I'll take history.
All right. So I think I heard Notabel is going to go for perception. I think I heard Durala is going to go for history.
And I'll do investigation.
Brenna will do investigation. And are we leaving survival completely blank and RJD's doubling down on another, or is RJD picking up the survival?
I mean, I can pick it up. Everything is pretty weak, is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? If somebody else can double up, that might be better, but I'm willing to roll. It's just there's not much help there beyond what we're rolling on each one. You know what I mean?
You got it.
For Bren, you said you were good at investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the thing with the doubling up? Is that like you get an advantage for it?
So correct. So if you say, you know what, we're not worried about survival in this particular room, not survival in the room, the survival skill. If you're not worried about using the survival skill in a particular room, you can say, hey, I'm going to help another person do this thing, and then they would get advantage. So if as you're standing here, big Sphinx head sort of looming over you, the nose is still attached, so you can kind of see, up there. Big paws on either side, mounds of sand in front, big stone doors, hieroglyphs, etc. If you say, you know what, I don't care what's been around here. I don't want to know what kind of animals there are. I just want to make sure that we pay attention to all the history stuff. Then, for example, RJD could be in there, like making sure there's no sand on the hieroglyphs, checking the paint, while Durala is coming along and, doing the, step by step by step. RJD could be, doing the light, holding, Light Aziz from the beginning of Stargate? Where he's holding a little mirror.
Yes.
So, what's it? So RJD, I think you were the one that was on the fence there. Survival or assisting someone else?
This time around, I guess. Well, I think we'll just do survival.
All right.
Let's do it.
So can I get a perception from Notabel, a history from Durala, an investigation from Brenna, a survival from RJD? Let's see how the rolls are doing today.
Okay. Oh.
So, some good news, some bad news. The good news is it's been a long trip. You kind of settling in, settling down, and nothing seems too bad out of the ordinary. Let's take a look what we got here.
What are you all doing? What is happening?
What is happening? So,
Admiring the history.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be one of these adventures.
it does seem to be.
Are you dissing my history? Sorry.
So a fair amount of sand is accumulated in front of these doors between the two outstretched paws. The set of sealed stone double doors are at the base of the statue. There are no handles, locks, or keyholes. Engraved into the surface of the door are a few lines of text in a strange language. So, question number 1. Do any of you have the ability to read all languages?
Oh boy, do monks get that yet?
Durala's already got the hand up.
I do. I have Eyes of the Rune Keeper.
Well
Nice.
done. So Durala, you are able to interpret and translate the following. It is written in ancient Sphinx, a language no longer talked about, from the long, almost forgotten kingdom when Sphinx roamed the lands, and are said to have taught ancient humanoids culture, language, and skills. The lines read, "To enter the halls beyond, solve this calculation. Divide 40 by half, then add 9. Trace your answer to match mine." There are then numerals 0, 2, 8, and 9. I'll go ahead and paste that into the chat.
Okay.
Now, as you're sort of handling that translation and echoing it back to the party, some other things are coming up. The first of which is that this sand is quite powdery, quite fine. It's a little bit unusual, not quite matching the other sand out and around. Those of you doing the perception and the survival have noticed this, and you've also turned up that just below the sand and poking up in certain places, a fairly large number of humanoid bones. Many of them are fractured, broken, and they don't look like they fell in a way that a predator would have left them. They don't look gnawed upon, they look smashed.
While they're like looking at the sand, Darala would be like using her staff to like draw out the equation in the sand. She's like, okay, so 40 looks like that, or not like on the wall, but like in the sand to like try to math it out.
Sure.
Like there's a 40, and then you divide by 2, and she's just doing that while they're like investigating that.
You got it. And if you should happen to feel like it, feel free to doodle on the map. It's your map. You can do whatever you like with it.
Doodle.
What's everybody else up to?
Frustratingly.
RJD's gonna check out the bones, probably.
Sure.
Some of the bones. Try to figure out, like, if everything looks smashed, he's immediately going to think, okay, walls are gonna close in, and he's trying to figure out which walls are gonna close in.
Gotcha.
If that would help or not.
Oh, no, that definitely makes sense, and I would say that that's going to lead you to be talking with likely Brenna, who was handling the investigation. These giant paws as they sit on the plinth. So the plinth is a couple of feet deep, and the paws are attached to them. So you're very carefully seeing if this can, like, is there a bat function? Like, can it cat smack you? No, it doesn't look like these could come together or up, down. The sand, the piles, the dust, the way they've shifted around, anything that you could use to deduce how they got there is a little bit too much for you to really piece together, but you're not seeing the trap out here.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing the trap very well anywhere either. So there's a trap here. I'm looking up the Sphinx's nose.
It's a little indented, but you shine the little light up there, like no, that's solid. The mouth doesn't look like it could move. It's carved. It is blocks of stone. So if you look close, you can see the very, very fine lines where they were assembled and mortared. And as you're sort of looking that over and taking a look around, this Sphinx has not weathered. It's been here centuries, but it is crisp, it is clean, and being experienced dungeoneers, you're likely like, oh yeah, magic in the walls. 100% magic in the walls.
So with that, I'd like to try and see if I can do a little bit better with the other thing that I pay attention to, which is magic.
Sure. Ooh, a little arcana. Now, is there any mechanics behind this one, like a detect magic, anything like that, or is this just a general knowledge query?
This would have been a a straight up arcana check, no spell like detect magic behind it at all.
Okay, so
just if there's anything arcane going on, it would come up.
You got it. So straight up arcana with the integrity of the walls and the design of the build, you start to recognize some familiar things about construction like this. Likely these walls act as astral barriers as well as physical barriers. So any attempt to go ethereal and walk through them, teleport through them, that sort of stuff, probably dangerous. If you're lucky, it just doesn't work. That sort of stuff. This is a secure facility designed to stay that way. Immediate things on the outside, you don't notice any glyphs, any runes, anything like that that are calling out to you. None of the big touch here explodey things, other than that inscription that Durala's working with. There's obviously some stuff going on there. There's not enough mechanism. It doesn't look like those numbers push in like buttons, so there's some magic happening on that panel. Could you start playing with it?
Well, whatever it is, I just wouldn't try and phase through the wall, but I can't really tell much else of this. So I think we have to actually solve the puzzle, which, since it's a Sphinx, that's not really too surprising.
It's kind of on brand.
Kind of on brand.
Now, Durala's got some notes going on there. RJD, Notabel, anything from you two? Actually, I'm sorry, Notabel. RJD, you were helping with the anything more from you, and then anything from Notabel.
Notabel might have been distracted with his water skill that may or may not be full of beer.
Okay.
For the moment, he's always going to ask the group. He's looking up like kind of the stone structures, and he said there's like a Sphinx head.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's anything up there you want to check out?
I mean, I think I figured out the puzzle.
Or do you want me to at least check up there?
I can if you like.
Well, I can.
Do you want to race?
How high is the tower, or like the Sphinx structure?
So top of the Sphinx's head, 80 or so feet up in the air. Looking at the way it's built, those are some pretty finely mortared sets. Without a climb speed, you could come tumbling down. It's not like you're not like walking up the pyramids after the siding came off. This is like pre-siding, where it's just like a sliding board. Now, if you have a climb speed, easy peasy.
Hey, who's saying anything about climb speed? He's just gonna fix his cape, pull his legs, and just go straight up and up the wall.
Oh?
And I'll dash 100 feet up the wall, because as a monk, you can run up vertical surfaces.
Oh.
All the way up.
You find yourself seated atop the Sphinx's head. Now, the view from here is actually unnerving. So away to the west, back from where you came, you can see kind of the slit in the ground where the higher lands have that ravine that you followed through, and kind of the sun-scorched earth above it. Behind you, where there should be a valley, it's just a mess to your senses. Every time you scan from left to right and come back again, it seems like the hills are in subtly different areas. And like the movie says, those hills have eyes. You feel like you're being watched. Every little bit of scrub grass that's out there, you're almost certain someone's behind it and looking at you, but you just can't find them. Now, that's back off the basically, if you're looking back from the Sphinx's head towards where there should be a valley, and that guide mentioned something about folks being buried before he scooted on out of here. Unfortunately, that history was not so fantastic, so I don't know that you all have much information about this particular valley, aside from what you've been told about the Sphinx.
Oh, well, it seems that some magic is afoot to protect this place. I don't see anything like on the statue in particular.
Nothing that's helpful to you aside from its pristine condition, again indicating, the little ridge lines of the hairs haven't even started to wear away, despite that you're getting sandblasted. I mean, you're now 80 feet up in the air, taking sandstone in the face. There should be some degradation. There is not. You could, scooter your way down, come around, and encircle.
He's gonna jump off. He's just gonna jump off. Just. Well,
Little sand puff.
some sort of magic is afoot up there. It seems to be protecting the place. Well, other than that, I'm not sure.
Want me to put in the answer? At least I think that's the answer. I'm
You
not
know-
good at math.
Yeah, that's my only thing is, I know you guys are familiar with my work. I toured all around, but in my song, The Secret of the Sphinx, it's all about how the Sphinx poses questions with seemingly obvious answers, but it's not so obvious. And to me, 40 and a half plus 9 is pretty obvious. So, I don't know. Is there something else? It says to trace the answer. If we trace like 20, and then, I don't know, is there something? Do you guys think there's anything else? Because just, I don't know, 40 divided by 2 plus 9 seems pretty weak for a Sphinx. To me!
And while he's talking, he could see Durala like slowly moving her finger closer and closer, but then like hesitating, but then moving closer and closer to like towards the number, and then like hesitating again. She's just like, yeah,
And
uh.
And as that comes up, I do actually want to call out a quick thing, and RJD nailed it on the head. These puzzles, a lot of them are intended for the players. So if you do happen to know an answer, do not worry about dumbing it down because your character might not make it. Please just come up with something entertaining as to why they is. Secrets of the Sphinx, great song, absolutely loved it. Rocks the house. Great closing song, by the way. Played at the bar, everybody's crying and heading out. But what are you doing over there, Durala? Did you tut? Did you?
Yeah, she probably will. She's gonna start tracing out the 2 and then the 9.
All right. As you trace out the 2 and the 9, bzzzt, a bolt of eldritch energy strikes you. It will
My
do
God, why?
18 points of forceful damage. And then you hear a language that I'm not sure if you understand. Do your runic eyes allow you to understand spoken language?
No, just the written language. If it's
Does anyone have a skill that would allow them to understand spoken languages?
Not at this level.
Okay. So you hear rawr.
Thinking that means wrong.
It had some inflection in there. You would think maybe that was a short sentence, but to your non-sphinxy ears, it was just sort of like a rawr. Rawr.
I thought it was 29.
Well, didn't you say you had to match their answer?
Well, it says divide 40 by half, then add 9. Trace your answer to match mine. So, I don't know.
Marco is gonna just walk over to Durella. As much as I'd rather gut you and flay you, here, have this potion instead. And he's just gonna go and start tracing. I assume the numbers that are below your written thing is what the answer is, according to the question. So he's just gonna trace that out.
You are going to trace out what numbers?
0289.
0289. You hear wow, but you don't get shocked.
Yes.
But the
And she's
doors
just
do
taking
not
a
open. It sounded like the same wow.
I
Why
think
did he
it's-
get blasted?
Durala's upset.
Well, it could be, hot, cold. You're getting warmer, so maybe we're getting warmer.
I have an idea. Well, typically, the front door seems to be the most stupid option to go with. And he's just gonna start, knocking on the walls and see if anything triggered, say, a hidden door, knock, 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 knock.
Knock, 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 knock.
See if anything with his answer may have triggered something.
So as you work your way around, nuckety, no hidden doors found. And
Oh.
this is based off of that perception check that you made a little bit earlier.
Well, I guess you just have bad luck. I don't know what to tell you.
And then she's just gonna like kind of scribble up all her math work. Clearly upset.
Maybe perhaps write it over the answer that's given. So then he's gonna do it again, but instead tracing it in his own spot. Just go where the answer is on the wall and just trace that out with his finger.
Sure. So you go to a different spot on the wall. You try and trace out. What numbers do you trace?
0289, but
02.
not where on a new spot. It's where the text is. That's what he's gonna try.
Oh, okay. You don't even get a rower. Just no response at all. You didn't feel like the first time you did it. You thought maybe there was a little tingle going on. This time it's like nothing.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
To enter the halls beyond. Sorry. Go ahead.
RJ's D is gonna go over and trace 209.
209. No response. Oh, sorry. You get a row, but no shock.
029.
Row, but no shock.
Oh boy, are we gonna do that? I'm gonna force open the puzzle thing now.
No. I mean,
So with a little bit of time, you could brute force guess every combination of 4 digits. It's not an impossible task.
Yeah, 2009.
2009?
Maybe. I don't know.
2009 does not give you a response.
Let's see. Because 2, 0, and
I
then
think the Sphinx is mocking us.
because wait, he Naughtabell did the 209 already, right?
Right.
Okay.
clearly math is not our strong suit.
I don't know if it's math. I just think thinking isn't my strong suit.
Divide 40
Tracer.
by half.
Now I think maybe the secret is, no, to match mine. I'm wondering if that's something to match mine. Would his answer be different than ours? Like, I don't know.
So as time's passing, you all have basically covered the ground in your workings out. You've disturbed a bunch of humanoid remains. Those all get sort of tossed off to the side. Everybody's got their own little scratch pad surface. And then I think eventually it's brute force time. It takes you about an hour to start working through all the different permutations that you can think up while keeping an eye on your surroundings and being aware. And eventually you trace in 8 and 9. And there's a little poof. 89 was apparently the answer. And then
What?
the doors start to swing open.
Son of a bastard, I know why. You just take 2 40s and then you add 9 to that total. Son of a...
Wait, but how do you get that by divide 40 by half? 2 40s.
Yeah, you're taking just the 40s, and there's 2 of
40
them now.
divided by
Congratulations.
0.5.
Brenna has achieved the answer. It is not. It is divide by half, not divide by 2. Aha! And so there's a little whoosh, and the doors open, and as they do, some of the sand that's sort of piled up around, and a few of the bones kind of scatter into the inside, and you're able to see the room beyond. Just a moment as we make that happen. Just a moment as we make that happen the right way. Aha!
Oh god, no.
Oh No, God, no, indeed. And so,
Seen those guys before.
the massive portals slowly grind open with the sound of stone on stone, revealing a chamber bathed in radiance beyond. The ceiling is 20 foot overhead and the floors smooth, fitted flagstones. The north and east walls are covered in hieroglyphic pictograms painted with gold highlights. Centered before the opposite wall is a stone staircase descending into darkness. The entrance is 10 foot wide and flanked by a pair of stone statues, each depicting a lion-headed humanoid. Each statue's head nearly brushes the ceiling, and it carries a stone ankh in its left hand. As Durala has mentioned, all of your warning senses kick in at this point. There's a couple of things going on here, but to find out which of them you notice, could I ask you to divide amongst yourselves the perception investigation, and so on, and make those rolls.
I'll take whatever we care the least about.
Okay. Wait, sorry. So this is because we're going to be entering a new room. This is where we do our.
You're going to get
that
another
rule?
round of perception, investigation, history, and survival.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't mishear it and that I was supposed to do like perception or something instead of history. Oh no!
Well, I'm going to try this one more time.
I'll stick with my strong suit.
I'm not ever going to see anything more than that limited glimpse, apparently.
Dural is too focused on that big statue to even history.
Yeah, so not a
RJD proving that he's only good at singing in high voices.
I mean,
Hey, you're doing better than
you're
much
still
everybody.
kind of just peering through the door. You can get in there and mix it up a little bit. But before you do that, Naughtabel is going to notice a few things. And feel free to move your characters up so you can kind of see into the room there. The first thing that Naughtabel you're going to realize is that it's too clean on the floor in here. You can see inside where the hieroglyphs are and where the wall lines meet. There's little bits of dust, little bits of sand that have made their way in here, and they're just sort of resting there. But the floor is spotless. Kind of peeking in to the left to the right, you can see there's actually reed brooms, fairly large-sized brooms with reeds on the bottom, and they should have decayed centuries ago, that they're still intact. Statues plus big brooms. Maybe these are cleaning statues. Perhaps some form of ancient Roomba. Who knows? The other thing that you notice is on the far side of the room, over in about this direction here, there are hidden cubbies.
Well, it looks to me that they seem to have a constant cleaning maid calling through here every day of the week. And also there's some stuff in the corners.
Durala doesn't trust this room, and she's gonna do like when people try to get themselves hyped up and they like slap at their face. She's gonna go one. She's gonna go one slap, and there's gonna be fiendish vigor, and then the other slap is for armor of shadows. So she has mage armor on, and she's got a few temporary hit points because this place makes her nervous.
Sounds good. And so at the moment you're still standing outside. The wind's kind of gusting past you a little bit. The sand's kind of working its way in there, and little dust devils are forming. But nothing else is happening. Good.
So the statues are holding the brooms, or there's brooms, just giant brooms in the room?
There's giant brooms in the room. I didn't happen to throw them in, but you know what? Let's throw some brooms in here.
I just didn't know if this was like a Mega Maid situation.
It appears to be a Mega Maid situation, though in their left hand they're holding a big ankh, T-cross, big thingy on top. The brooms do appear to be sized for them, but they're just sitting in the corners right now, not being held.
Well, if I were to guess, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't take kindly to you making a mess. And he's just gonna start like patting himself, and it's just dust, sand, so much more sand. Well, make sure you're clean. Don't want to keep the maids. Want to keep the maids happy. So he will clean himself as best as he can.
You got it. A little sprucey doosey.
Do we see? Yeah, we just see like I guess you said, what is it? Some objects in the corner. Do we see an exit out of the room?
Sure. So there's a stairway descending down into darkness straight ahead of you. So this is a stairway headed down. So that you can't see. The light coming in just isn't quite bright enough to illuminate what's down there. It definitely goes down. There's two small doorways that are hidden to either side of that. And then in the room, broom on either side, great big statue, ankh in hand. And then on the east and west walls, there are hieroglyphs. But with the light, sand blindness, all that sort of stuff, no one's really able to make out what's going on with them until they get in there, maybe give them a little dusting off and look at them a little closer. Because those were not fantastic history checks.
The statues were freaking me out, man.
What? Do you want me to go first?
RJD is going to do the same thing, kind of take Notabel's advice, start pouring the sand out of his boot and stuff like that, and just kind of get it out of his hair, be like, all right, let's do this.
I'll go first.
Okay, you do that. Duralla's gonna climb up onto the wall, so that way she's like out of the sand. And while she's out of the sand, she's gonna like shake out each limb to like make sure like there's no sand sticking to her amphibian body before she crawls across the wall into the room without touching the floor, because she doesn't want to get sand on her feet.
Okay, that's a unique and creepy way to do this. So, and hi there, Goodman Games. Thanks for the raid. Happy to have you over here. We're just getting into the Secret of the Sphinx that you gave us to play with. I'm doing the 5e edition, so you'll see the 5e rules and roles going on. Alex will have the DCC version coming in about a week or so. Please check the schedule for the right dates. But as Duralla starts to creep in. Duralla, are you heading towards the east wall or west wall? Which one are you sticking to as you kind of make your way around and inside?
Probably east.
Okay.
Because I think that's where she was closest to. So yeah, I'll say east.
You got it. So as you sort of come around on the east wall, now that you're sort of stuck to them, the hieroglyphs are just like right there. You can't avoid seeing them. On this side of the wall, you can see that is depictions of the Sphinx assisting desert-dwelling humans with things like animal herding, husbandry, agricultural development, sharing knowledge, educating the lesser folk.
Oh.
Now, Notabel, RJD, did either of you enter? I know you've been dusting off. Or Brenna?
Well, I'm not going to enter, but I'm going to send Munin.
Okay.
By the way, that's the Steel Defender. His name is Munin. I'm going to ask Munin to go ahead and keep an eye on Duralla
Sure.
and just pace her. So he's going to follow her in right now.
Got it. Duralla and RJD, did I see that you shot over to the far corner there?
Yep.
All right. It's a little bit of a squeak by the statue. I mean, it looks like, they're carved to be there. You kind of squeak your way in. With Notabel's indication, you can see that, okay, yeah, there's a bit of a door here, and you could see you'd have to press on one side to get it kind of spin a little bit. It wouldn't be obvious if you weren't looking for it, but now that Notabel's pointed it out, you think you could open that door if you felt like it.
Where I'm at, over here?
Right here. So right beside you.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Sure. So you're like, all right, I got it. I don't got it. I can see what I should do, but I can't do this thing. And as you try to do it, you're looking around. There's a hole in the hieroglyphs where you should be pushing. This is obviously what you're supposed to do. But as you depress it and you kind of take your finger and you're like, I ain't got enough finger. You're gonna need something a bit longer.
I guess I'll take like one of my hand crossbow, bolts,
Sure.
and try to use that.
You got it. A little bit of finesse in there, and could I get a sleight of hand check as you start to okay, let's see how we do this.
Rolling great today.
You know what you need to do, but this tool isn't quite it's probably got a key kind of aspect to it because you're like, it's about to click and then it's slides off.
Gotcha.
What's the deep sigh for?
I'm gonna need the expert over here.
Well, if you ask me, it's probably one of two answers, and I'm hoping it's not the latter. And he's just gonna from his gauntlet, he's just gonna pull off a wooden stake and just shove it into the wall.
Okay. It's gonna need a little more finesse than that. You're just and it just sort of slides without the click. But you can tell that there's a little manipulation that needs to happen. It's keyed. You could maybe do it with a pointy stick, but it'd be tricky. Sleight of hand if you want to try.
I'm an expert in pointy sticks.
Ooh.
Wow.
You are an expert in pointy sticks. You are great. It's unlocked now, so yep, you could open this door if you chose.
Please, after you, RJD, your greatness.
Is there as I open the door, is it lit? Can we see in there?
Sure. So that's an excellent question. The room that you're standing in is lit. This little closet that you have now opened up is not lit, but it's illuminated from outside, and you can see inside there is a big cog pointing at you, like the big teeth of a cog. Like if you were to grab it and pull down, like Price is Right style, you could spin that. Not much explanation other than giant cog right there. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on whether you're in the audience or whether you're one of the players, I'm going to have to ask everyone to go ahead and click on their tokens and roll into initiative. As the giant statues react when the door is open.
Somehow that is so shocking.
Oh, now I roll good.
Honestly, I thought it would be the dust that would do it.
I honestly thought it was you gotta make sure you're nice and clean before you go see the Sphinx.
Where's my initiative?
Nice and
If you're
clean
Negative,
helps.
sir. She's gone from suck to blow.
And let's see here. Brenna in at a 15. Brenna, we'll have you and Munin operate on the same turn just for convenience sake. And I don't have Munin's hit points correct, so make sure you're keeping track of those should the worst occur. But for the moment, RJD, quick to respond. You can see that those statues are sort of swinging around to look at you. What are you doing?
Oh, what am I doing?
And I should say, they're swinging around to look at you, and their fists are sort of following. This is a threat level is high.
Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm going to try to charm this monster. Maybe. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay. Go ahead and give it a shoot. That is a cure wounds, I think.
Oh, I hit the wrong thing.
I want to heal them.
I've cured my wound. Yeah. Let's heal them up.
Okay, so it took a little time, but it started cycling its way through there. It is a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw. Unfortunately, despite your best efforts, as you reach out, you realize either no one bothered carving ears on this thing, or the construct's mind is immune to charming.
Darn.
One of the two is true. And so, RJD, that's an action. Any bonus action or movement?
Gosh.
Oh, and actually, you know what? As you think that one over, Planet Buster out there in the audience just asked races and classes. Notabel, human monk, correct?
Human can say monk.
Human can say monk. RJD, human bard, but very short, I believe. Brenna, human artificer. Fighter, thank you. Battlemaster is what you said. That's the word I was trying to come up with. And Durala, there's a thing that hasn't been mentioned yet. As you go weirdly creeping along the walls, maybe somebody's senses have just been triggered by that one. Durala, what are you exactly?
I'm a perfectly normal grug. As she is now in, like, hands are off the wall and she's literally just standing like perpendicular, like just standing, like now no longer like that kind of climb speed. Don't tell Notabel, but she's a Dampier. And in a past life she was a grung, but she claims to always be grung. But she's got weirdly sharp teeth for a grung. It's already weird that a grung has teeth, but she's got weirdly sharp teeth for a grung.
Double down on the weirdness. So back to RJD. Movement bonus action. What do we got?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay right.
You got it. That'll bring us over to Durala the grung. Durala, what you up to?
Durala the grung, the warlock. Actually, before I say that, how tall are these ceilings?
So these ceilings are about they're about 15 foot high, but this statue is like right there.
It is right. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. It is cramped in here. Okay, she won't be much farther then. She's going to move so she's like above the door frame, but standing over. Oh, actually, I don't think I could do that because the statue will hit me.
The statue would try if you tried.
It would try.
It'll try.
That makes my Eldritch Blast idea hard. I'ma create a bonfire under his feet.
Okie dokie.
That seems like a good plan.
All right. Bonfire under the eastern side?
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
That is a Dexy check from a stone golem, eh?
Correct. They have to beat a 17.
Gotta beat a 17. That's a high number. A 2 is a very low number. Please give me some bonfire damage.
Whoosh.
Whoosh indeed. 15 points, and it is not immune or even resistant to fire. Stone golem, you're letting me down. 15 points of damage struck.
I will fire the clay. And I don't know, is there anything else I can do? I think there is. Oh my god. I forgot we're level 10.
We are level 10.
There's so many things I can do right now. Go to bonus actions. I am going to yeah, why not? I'm going to use my telekinetic powers because I took telekinetic feat because I really wanted to go weird with this character.
Okay.
I'm going to try to shove him. And I want to shove him like this direction, so like away from these guys.
Can you shove? Can you pull shove?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I? Yeah, there we go. I think I could just. It doesn't say like in what direction. It just says shove.
You can see within 30 feet. That seems reasonable to me.
Cool.
Toward or away. Yep. You can do toward or away. Yep.
Oh, cool. I didn't even see that there.
Cool. Must succeed on a strength saving throw. Come on, Stone Golem. You can do this one. Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
Feet
I probably
are
should have done my
planted.
other thing, but.
You like try and pull him and his head just like butts against the ceiling.
Shakes fist. I'm done.
All right, that's going to bring us to Brenna and Mjolnir. Mjolnir.
So I'm going to go ahead and use Munin first.
Mhm.
Okay. Or ask Munin actually to go ahead and do something first. I'm going to ask him to very nicely, please, go over and take a swipe at the stone golem that was already injured.
Okay.
And it's a force-empowered rend melee attack.
Is it 5-foot or 10-foot reach?
It is 5-foot reach, so he's going to have to go ahead and come over away from the broom and in front of Durala because he's protecting Durala.
Okay, if he does that, this one's probably going to try and take a swing at him. Because he's moving out of reach from right there.
Nothing to do about that.
Alright, Stone Golem swing. Slam. 17?
Okay. It's not very happy with that, but
Does it
still
hit?
able. Does. Let me see, actually. Yes, it does, unfortunately.
Alright then. Oh my goodness, 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Very much not happy. So that's what we have left. And it's giving me the evil eye. It's gonna go ahead and attack anyway.
Got it.
Oh, really?
Ah!
I have 0 rerolls.
That's a little bit of a miss, and I do not believe I've heard the ding ding noise about rerolls. So
Nope.
that is a miss there. Munin
Well,
is in the mix though.
okay. Well, at that point, having done that, that's one and his only action. And so I'm going to say, well, damn it. And no matter what I do, I'm going to go ahead and draw an action from this person. So I'm going to go ahead and concentrate my attack on the one that just hit. Okay, and I'm going to use a fire rune attack.
Okay.
And I'm going to... And actually, I guess I have to... Good grief, what's that?
Oh, what happened there? So it needs to make a DC 15 strength saving throw?
Apparently, yes.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. DC 15 strength save. It passes with a 22.
Okay, so I don't know, sorry about that. Because I'm new at this, unfortunately.
Sure.
Hang on just a second. I need to see something about that fire rune as a feed.
Sounds good. And as all that's
I have to use the weapon first, so that would help.
Oh, okay. So go with the weapon attack. Go with the weapon attack.
Sorry about
no
that,
worries.
guys. I knew there was something I was missing.
So
about
fire
this.
rune on your weapon. Weapon attack coming in. All right. Let's see that weapon attack.
So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the attack.
Oh, crits it. Scimitar. And so...
Crits it with a 23?
Wait, why is that green?
I don't have any clue.
Do you have a force crit on for your D&D Beyond?
It's 1d20 plus 6.
But it was 17 plus 6, so a 17 shouldn't crit unless you have something weird on.
Oh.
Where would I have that on my... I'm getting in here. Hang on. Yep, it is a force.
Okay.
So 17.
17. So, all right. So, well, 23 will hit. So a 23 does hit, but it does not crit. Thanks for catching that. And so you do hit it. As you do, your scimitar goes going, and yeah, it's just not going to do any damage with a non-magical scimitar. But the fire damage that you've added onto it could.
Except for it's saved.
Except for it's saved, and it doesn't do any half damage or anything like that.
Not that I can tell. No.
Unfortunately.
Very unfortunate. That's good to know.
So, but going, and then at your level, 1 attack, 2 attacks? I don't know artificers or fighters. Are you at a level 5 fighter yet?
I am at a level 3
Level
fighter.
3
and
fighter.
hang on. When I hit, it does take an extra 2d6 of fire damage
Okay.
because of the fiery shackles that are summoned.
All right.
This one's a weird rune. So, and I should know it actually because I've actually seen it used before, but I'm still new with this.
All right. So the 2d6, I think, was the original roll that happened. So 7 points of fire damage did land then. Correct? All right. So the 7 points of fire damage did work. Let's go ahead and get that on there. So I think that was action on the attack, bonus action, fire rune. Anything else for you?
That's it, and the thing that it saved was the shackles will not be there in its next turn.
Got it.
Got it.
Sounds good. That's going to bring us over to the stone golem on the right. The stone golem on the right looks around at you all and goes, "Slow it down, fellas." And as it does so, I'm going to need to see a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw from everybody. Nope, everybody except Brenna.
Oh.
Oh, that's a pretty good Wisdom saving throw.
Well, shit.
Sarala,
Dang.
not so awesome. Naughtabell, not so awesome as well. All right. Those who failed are slowed. Cannot use a reaction, and speed is halved. Cannot make more than 1 attack per turn. That's going to bring up Naughtabell. Naughtabell, who is slow. What are you doing?
Well, shit. No reactions, huh? That's great.
Actions.
What very slowly reaches to his belt and unfurls this metal chain that comes out and just gives it a whack over at the closest stone giant
Okay.
and just gives it a good old thwip.
Little thwippy tippy.
Number 1.
Well, that's a green number 1, and it is a real 20, so that's a crit.
I will spend a key point to make that a deft strike, which gives me another d6 for the damage.
Okay.
So, it's not going to show up, but I'll have to roll it later.
Okie dokie.
So, this whip will do 2d6, the amount of a greatsword, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Whip. So that's for just the normal damage.
Okay.
And they add 3d6 onto that because the crit did not go through because I did on D&D Beyond.
All
But
right.
it's fine.
Are you of the level where your monkey weapons are magical?
You want to know the funny thing about that is, that's only for normal monks, but Kensei monks, their weapons magical. So, magic whip.
Oh, magic whip. Magic whip works real well. Does that mean that's 21 points of magical whippy damage?
Sure is.
All right, magical whippy damage, 21 points applied. Anything else there, Naughtabell?
I don't get a save, do I?
You repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn.
Well, it's the end of my turn now, so
DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
you got it.
Oh, on the nose.
Well, that was rather not a pleasant experience.
That
That's
was less than pleasant. That's going to bring up Gollum on the west-hand wall. West-hand wall, Gollum looks down at Brenna. Brenna, slam coming at you. A 29 to hit, which will try and do 18 points of bludgeoning damage to you. Anything going on there?
Well, it will see what I have as a reaction here.
Brenna, you passed your saving throw. No, you were outside the range. Never mind. Yep, you've got reactions.
I have no reactions, but yep, no reactions
Got it.
that I can use at this
18
point.
points of bludgeoning damage coming in at you. And you see, like, the golem kind of want to hit you with the other hand, but it's got the Ankh sort of built in, so it just, like, looks at its hand disappointedly and drops it to its side. RJD, what are you up to?
So, I think RJD, being as that he's noticed that non-magical weapons are not doing much here. I think he's going to turn to the cog behind him, and he's going to shoot for $1, so to speak, in Price is Right terms, and he's gonna just start turning that sucker and see what happens.
See what happens. So go ahead and give me. Let's start with a strength athletics. Let's see if you can even make it budge. Give me a strength athletics. Show me a 10 or better.
We can do that.
All right. So like you go to grab it, you're like Price is Right time, and you start to haul down, and it just doesn't move. And then you're like, how about up? Up works. So you spin it in the reverse direction. So strength athletic was to figure out to go the other way. And as you do so, you just hear like the sound of what has to be a massive chain. Like you've heard chain hit the floor. It's like ting 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 ting. This is like dong 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 hitting the floor. Somewhere you are releasing tension on a huge chain.
I'm just gonna keep going.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just keep.
Like, it's happening. Further in, no. Down in the other room. Either in the other, it's happening in the behind the cog, and at the same time you're hearing it kind of echo up from down the stairs. So somewhere in that direction, chain is falling. Durala, what are you up to?
Oh, do I get a bonus action?
Bonus action. Sorry.
I'm gonna take a bonus action, and I'm gonna Misty, whatever the heck is it called again? Misty step.
Okay.
Down the stairs.
Sure. You Misty step down the stairs, and you find yourself to the right. Do you have light on you? Do you carry light with you?
I probably not, but I have cantrip light.
Okay, so you can have light with you fairly easily. So I will throw Mr. Torch alongside you there, and let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit so the folks at home can play along. And so, as you throw yourself down the stairs with your Misty Step, what you see is a room. And that room has features, and I will tell you about those features in just a moment. It's dusty. It's nasty.
It's creepy and it's spooky.
It is a little bit. Little feedback to the dev team on this particular module. That room is misnumbered. It should be closer to the other room number. I gotta scroll down too far in the book to find it. There we go. The stone stairs descend into darkness. Thankfully, you've brought a light. It leads to a dusty, crypt-like chamber. The walls are plain and unadorned. The ceiling is similar, 20 foot high or so, and on the opposite wall from you, just near the edge of your light, are 3 equidistant stone doors.
Does it look like the statues could fit through the passage down here?
Yes. So the ceiling stays about 15. It's actually a little higher down here. It's about 20 feet here. It was about 15 back there. So they could come down without having to duck too much. Though if they tried to run down the stairs, they'd do that thing where they hit their head and their feet kick out and they fall on their back. It'd be hysterical, but unlikely.
Okay. Okay, I guess that's all I can really do. So cool.
You got it. That is going to bring us around to Durala. Durala, what are you up to?
Toll the dead.
I believe that's a 17 wisdom save.
17 wisdom save from our stone golem. 16, so close. Doesn't make it.
Take that.
Take
Oh,
that.
come on.
9 points of damage. You did roll the d12s correctly. Excellent.
Yeah, I did.
But
I'm sorry. With slow, I make one attack, so I can't make a bonus action.
that is correct. Only an attack or a bonus action, not both.
Sounds good. Okay,
All right.
that's it for me.
You do get to roll a wisdom saving throw, though, to see if you can stop it, as does RJD if RJD you were slow.
I'm not slow.
You were not slow. Excuse me, yes. You are no longer slow. That just leaves, at the moment, I believe everybody is recovered from their slow. Excellently done. Drala, anything else?
Would I be able to do my bonus action now, or is
No,
that
that'd be
it's
just
at
the end of the turn. It was more of
Okay.
it if you were moving. Okay.
Gotcha.
Brenna, what are you up to?
I am clearing my head and starting to actually get into this combat, which is more intense and fun than I thought it might be. And so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to do what I should have done earlier, and I am going to imbue my scimitar with, hang on, green flame blade.
Nice.
So that is going to happen. But however, that is a total action, so that's my first action. I get 2 attacks, and so I don't know if I get an attack
So
in addition to that, or it's a full action, right?
when you cast Green Flame Blade as part of that spell, you also get to make 1 attack. So Green Flame Blade,
one
you get to
attack.
make 1 attack with it.
Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and make the attack.
Certainly may.
And hope it works.
Oh, the 12 was on the wrong side. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that will not land. So that was the full action is cast Green Flame Blade and make the attack. Bonus action for you?
I am going to go ahead and activate Giant Smite,
Okay.
and I'll leave it at that.
Sounds good. And Munin, what is they up to?
Well, Munin is basically going to go ahead and take an attack again.
Certainly may.
So hang on just a second. I have Munin right here, and his attack. Get all the way back down here. Man, this is. I need a lot of things to keep track of this.
Yeah, as soon as you start adding pets, it's multiple characters.
Adding everything, right? It's like, okay, where are you? Where is it? Okay. Here it is. Okay. And he's going to go ahead and do another force-empowered attack.
Sounds good. 17 is the number we need, so go ahead and roll me damage.
Okay. And I would love to. And here's the damage.
Ooh, that's a good bite. 11 points of force damage. That all works. It's not
And-
quite half the statue it used to be, but it's getting close. Brenna, anything
I'm
else?
gonna roar at it.
Roar. Did Brenna roar or did Munin roar?
Munin
Okay.
roared. Brenna's not gonna roar yet.
All right. I think that'll then bring us to our stone golem. This is the one that cast the slow earlier. It will look down. Munion's the one chewing on it, so it's going to try and slam back. Munin slam incoming. A 15?
That is a push. So
Oh, push goes to the attacker, so that does
it
hit.
does.
Slam damage, 21 points of bludgeoning.
And Munin is down.
Munin is down. Uh-oh. That's going to bring us over to Notabel. Notabel no longer slowed. What are you doing?
Oh, I can move again. He's gonna take out his whip again. He's gonna crack it right at its dumb, stupid, dumb, stone, dumb face. It's dumb. And he's gonna whiff.
Oh, 12 is going to whiff.
That's fine. He's gonna propel himself up, and he'll move closer to it.
Okay.
And just give it a good old knee to the paw. It's being real mean.
All right.
That's another 3. Whatever. It initiates and my agile parry, so my armor class goes up by 2, and I'll just sod it and just left hook.
Left hook. That's not a 3. That'll hit.
7.
7 points of damage. And you are magical damage for everything now?
I am a super cool monk that can do that. So
You
yes.
are. All right.
That's awesome. That's so great.
And that's going to bring up... Oh, good.
No,
got more?
That's easy size.
All right, I just a little sigh. This statue is going to take a step forward. It is going to give the slow it down, folks, and I'm going to need a wisdom save from Brenna, Durala, and RJD. You are within 10 feet. It can see you there on the stairs. So wisdom saving throws all around. Durala is a pass. You are not slowed. RJD is a pass. You are not slowed. Brenna takes the slow.
Ooh.
No
Is
reactions
your-
from you.
Oh, it's insight and wisdom are probably the same. Never mind.
Oh,
Oh wait, maybe I don't know.
insight would be a wisdom. It would be lower than that either way.
Okay.
So I can add a +3.
Ooh,
Splash of Genius.
that would do it. Please go ahead and expend that thing if that's a thing you have to expend.
I'm expending it right now.
You got it. And nobody slows down.
Nice.
That'll bring us to RJD on the stairs. RJD, you can see, you see no sign of chain down here. So you heard heavy, heavy, heavy chain falling. You don't see it hanging around down here. Just those 3 doors across from you. And if you felt like it, you could spend a round making one of those checks. This is a new room. You could roll for perception, investigation, etc., history or survival, or do other things. What are you doing?
I think now. How you said I'm within? How many feet from the monsters that are up the stairs?
You're 10 feet. 10 feet. So basically, they're standing right there at the top of the stairs.
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my action to cast Bane.
Oh, okie dokie. Oh, and thank you for the follow out there.
Thank you.
So do that on both those guys if they fail the savings throw.
You got it. Charisma saving throws. That's not good. That's not good at all. On the west side. On the east side. Yep.
Wow, the crit is a 50.
That is a well selected spell. Bane applied. They will be rolling a D4 and taking it away should they do things. RJD, anything else for you there?
Yes, I am going to point at Notabel, and I am going to give him some bardic inspiration, and I'm going to yell, "Yes, we will not be the last in line!"
Could have said it better than myself.
Nadabel, please note that you have Bardic Inspiration. RJD, is that a D8, D10? What is that at your level now?
It's a D10.
D10. Fantastic. Anything else for you?
I've got a little bit movement. I will move probably 10 feet into this room just to see if I can get a little more view, and that'll be it.
Sure, you got it. You can see the room revealing around you. Fairly plain. Just big empty room. Doors. Durala, what are
Yeah.
you still stuck to the wall?
Correct.
Okay. This is weird, but go.
That's the exact premise I built my character around. Is weird. So this is fitting. I'm in character. I do have a question though, because the last, or the first round, I cast create bonfire, and I don't think I
Oh.
dropped concentration. Is it okay if I do that or no?
Yeah, that is 100% fine. That stone golem didn't think to move, and I forgot it was there. So yeah, that's been around. So let me give you a dex check.
Sure.
And 12 is not good enough. Scorch that stone golem.
Cool.
And then
I totally forgot to.
it's all right. You know what? I feel like we need a fire. That's what we need.
Whoosh. It's a good idea.
There's a fire.
Fire.
You know, we're stealing RJD's thunder. Is what we're doing right now.
I know. Sorry.
Cool. We can be a group, guys. It's all good.
But speaking of the fire, Durala, what are you doing?
I am going to. You know what? Toll of the Dead worked really good. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same one. This guy.
All right.
So wisdom. Needs to be to 17.
Needs to be 17. Nope.
Oh, it's right there. No, it didn't. Is the target missing any hit points? Yes, as a matter of fact.
Oh, come on.
8 points more missing of hit points though. And it don't look happy, but it's still trying to clobber y'all. Durala, bonus action movement?
I do, actually. I should have done this sooner, but I wanted to try that shove thing, because mind powers. I can summon, with my bonus action, a tentacle from the ground. So, right next to Munin, you just kind of see, like, an illusionary, like, bubble from the stone, and then a tentacle kind of go whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay.
And I actually don't know if I can attack and summon it in the same round. I didn't think to check that.
Is the tentacle concentration?
I don't know, because it's a class feature.
Let
me see.
Yeah, just glance if it's a thing.
Tentacle of the Deep. You can magically summon a spectral tentacle that strikes your foes. I'll send it to you as well. There we go. Bonus action, create a tentacle. Lasts for a minute.
Create the tentacle, you can make a melee spell attack.
Okay. But is there anything on... I don't see concentration, is there?
If it doesn't say anything about concentration, I'm good with that. So, sorry, we're just finding a tentacle for you. So...
Oh, sick.
There is your tentacle. You should now have control of your tentacle. Please put your tentacle where you would like it to be. And then you attack with your tentacle, I think I heard.
I can.
Okie dokie.
Spell attack, roll to hit. If I click that. Ooh.
That's a solid hit.
That is a solid hit. Whatcha! Come on!
Who knows?
Every time.
Still 4 points of tentacly damage. So well struck there. Zarala, that was action bonus. Any movement?
I'm just gonna walk closer to the ceiling, but stay within kind of. Yeah. So you just see her walk further up to the ceiling, but that's it.
You got it. Brenna, that brings it round to you. Weird things are beginning to happen. What are you up to?
Well, I have Giant's Might, So this means I have an advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and I can, on once on each of my turns, I can attack and deal an additional 1d6 of damage. So now I'm going to go ahead and attack the thing standing in front of me.
Okay.
I'm going to use my scimitar, which now is imbued with that green blade damage. So first, here's the attack.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, a 16's gonna miss by 1 though. Have you
Okay,
got
so I'm
anything
gonna
to
do my
boost it?
second attack.
Okay.
So try it one more time.
19 will hit.
Okay, and so then I get the regular damage.
Regular damage. Has anything is anything that you're doing making this a magical weapon?
Well, I don't know if the green flame blade,
I
which
don't
it,
believe it does. Hang on, I will double check on that one. But go ahead and roll up the damage as you go. Normal attacks. Oh, actually, Green Flame Blade is only instantaneous, so it only lasts for that one attack that you tried it with. So Green Flame Blade would have faded on the initial miss. It
except
does
for I
not
can
stick around.
imbue
Oh,
an
you can
object
imbue.
with
Okay,
that.
got it. Got it. Got
Yep,
it.
so it's imbued. But so I don't know if that makes it magical or not.
It sounds magical.
Let's go with yes for now, and I'll find out no later on.
I talking about your infusions as an artificer.
Yeah. Let's go yes for now. So go ahead and roll me scimitar damage and green flame bladey.
Okay, so scimitar damage.
My heart says yes, but my brain says I don't know.
Yeah, we'll find other stuff out later. So fire damage, it was just the one on the left there. It didn't crit, so that's 4 there. That's 6 there. And that's a total of 14 damage. That looks like damage. And do you get to do another d6 because of your mightiness?
I don't think so. Oh yeah, that's right. I do because of the mightiness. So one more of the mightiness.
One more of the mightinesses.
And I have to get all the way down to where the mightiness is to be able to actually do it. There we go. Oh wow, a whole 1. But still.
Well, 1's more than 0. So that is got that. Awesome. Brenda, that was your second attack, so that was your attack actions burned up. Any bonus action for you this round?
Nope.
You got it. That's going to bring us over to Stone Golem in the fire. Is a bit surrounded, so can't even get out of the fire. We'll roll the Dexy check right now so I don't forget. Passes. Managed to just straddle it and roast some chestnuts. But while that's happening, takes a swing at the stuck to the wall Dampier, who is causing it all sorts of trouble. Durala slam coming in. 14?
Nope, because I got mage armor on.
Ooh, mage armor is important. That's going to bring us over to Notabel. Notabel, what are you doing?
Oh, this is getting out of hand. Fine. Fist will come out.
Fist will come out. Where have you been hiding that?
No,
That's a miss.
I feel so inspired in this current
Oh,
point in time.
absolutely. Bardic with the D10.
Yep.
Show me 3 or better. 9 is much better than 3. That's a hit.
He will take 8 points of damage, and that will initiate agile parry. And could he kindly make a Constitution saving throw?
Why
I attempt to stunning strike him?
Oh, you would not dare.
and he's also Bane from what I remember.
He is Bane from what you
Oh.
remember.
Wait a second. Does that mean that Bane could have been used for the dexterity saving throw?
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
Well done. Hang on. Wait. We might have roasted some actual chestnuts here. 1 second. So that Dexy check was a 14. I think that's a hit. So give me some fire on that one.
Ooh.
Well done. Keep
I'll
the
try to
DM honest.
remind you of the Bane. That's probably on me.
No, I should remember. I got an icon, but sometimes I get a little forgetful, and thankfully it's only 3 points of damage. So thank you, Jenna.
And the saving throw for the stunning strike you will need. Hold on, let me find it in my list. DC 15 Constitution.
DC 15 Constitution. So we're gonna roll our con. Oh, all right. What does that do to me?
You are stunned until the end of my next turn.
I am stunned.
This
All the more easy, and then he draws the long sword now, brings that out.
Wow,
We'll
I
take his-
cannot tell you how upset I am right now. I have a list of condition immunities a mile long, and it skips right over stunned. Ugh.
Long sword comes out, two
Ye-
hands.
Yep.
First one, it's good things at advantage, just in case it crits.
Yep.
So 18 to hit.
18 hits, yes. When it's stunned, it is... Wait, hang on. When you are stunned... is incapacitated. Okay, it is not paralyzed, so not auto crits. Got it.
No auto crits. That would be broken on the monk.
Yes, that would be a little nasty. So first one's a hit. Second one is not a hit so far.
Well, this is all at advantage because you're incapacitated.
Yep.
Because he is stunned. So first one to hit, 18 hits, 13 points of slashing. Also against a weapon, so magical.
Got
We'll
it.
come in with another fist attack.
17's a hit.
And he'll take an additional 9.
9 more there.
And that's all I'll do.
You are chipping away at this stone golem, but there's still a lot of stone left. Not a bell. Well done. That's going to bring up... hang on, let me throw the stunner on there so I know I can't do nothing. That's going to bring up other stone golem. Also baned, also upset. We're gonna try and knock Durala down. Durala seems like a threat. There's a lot of stuff going on every time Durala moves. Slam coming at Durala. 17.
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that hits.
So, as this is coming into Durala, there are a couple of things which I didn't say.
Okay.
First of all, the construct is not living. I mean, the Steel Defender is not living, and so it has self-repair mechanisms. So 3 times a day on it, it can go ahead and it can repair 2d8 damage.
I would think it has to be conscious to do that, or not at 0. Was it currently broken?
I guess I don't know the answer to that question. So I will go obviously with your ruling on that because it doesn't really say, it just says self-repair mechanisms inside of it.
You can, if you want,
is it-
take a minute to like read it, and I don't mind if I'm more or less okay at this moment. So you can read it for later. If it comes out later, then we use it later.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, check and see if it says that that's like an action, then it has to be intact to do it. If it's if you do it, if it's an action Brenna takes to do it to the creature, that would be different, but I would think it has to be conscious in order to do a thing. Sorry, Durala, did the slam hit?
Yes.
Okay, yes. All right, so slam damage is 13.
Okie dokie.
RJD, we'll head over your way, and as we do that, I'm going to take a quick glance and see if I can research that. RJD, what are you doing?
Oh gosh, what am I doing? There's not much I can do to hurt these guys, is there? But
repair is an action, so it would need to be conscious for that one.
It would need to be conscious.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
thank you.
RJD, if you're stumped, you could look around and give me some sort of a check there.
yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do the
So give me a quick Arcana, because you've said a thing, and you know a little bit about magic, being a bardy person. So give me a quick Arcana check. So you know that to hit these golems and do damage, you gotta be swinging something magical. And like somewhere in all those lyrics, you're just not putting 1 and 1 together and coming up with 2 right now. But you're almost certain there's 2 of something that's magic hanging about.
Ah! Heh.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna run up the stairs.
Okay.
And can I make it to one of these brooms?
Oh, that's a... Ooh. So you're running up the stairs, so you're going to come up over here. That was 10 feet of movement so far. So you can squeeze...
I'll probably get an attack of opportunity.
So let's see here. If you went this way, you could go to this broom or this broom and get there. But one of these 2 guys is going to take a swing at you. You can't go straight. You can't go straight through there because there's a golem in the way.
If it helps, the one on the right can't do anything right now, for he is stunned.
Oh, that's true.
That's where I'm gonna go.
Well, actually, if you go over here, you would not get attacked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's because Notabella has just pointed out that this one is stunned, so it cannot take an attack of opportunity. You could squeeze around there.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
You got it. You find yourself standing next to a giant-size reed broom. It looks like it'd be excellent for cleaning. A little bit magical.
And I will pick it up.
You got it. Please add a quarterstaff to your inventory, which you can swing. It is magical. Counts as a magical weapon. Does magical weapon damage. No plus to it, but at least it works. Or you hope.
And then I guess I could attack them.
You certainly may.
So let me add this quarterstaff.
And you do look a little silly. I mean, basically, you look like a little kid playing, air guitar with this reed broom as you're like, wow.
I mean, and that's probably what I'm going to do is do a little, like Bill and Ted's, like, excellent, and then just whap the guy.
Well done. Let's see some quarterstaff attackage when you have it.
All right.
18's a solid swing and a hit. Let's see some quarterstaffy damage.
All right. What did I do? I rolled an attack again, I guess, on that.
Nope, I just doubled it up. I got it. Were you swinging it one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
One-handed. 3 points of damage then. Did that... No strength for you?
No strength for me.
Ooh, rough. 3 points of damage is still 3 points of damage, though, and it all landed.
Yep, and I get a second attack, so I'll do that.
Certainly may.
Here's the attack. I think that probably missed.
9 is a bit of a miss.
Yep. Okay, and then, yeah, I guess if I have this action. Now, this guy over here is oh no, I'll just stay where I'm good.
You got it. That's going to bring us round to Durala. Durala, you got a lot going on there. What you doing?
I do. First, let's do dex saving throw. But I think with stunned, does he just fail, or am I thinking of something else?
Which one are we talking about? For the bonfire?
Bonfire one, of course.
Bonfire triggers on his turn, and I already got him. So on his turn, it'll trigger again.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so in that case, let me move on. Let's get the tentacle out of the way.
You got it with advantage.
With advantage. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I mean to.
We'll hop it.
What does the blue mean?
That's a green and a red. You critted and failed at the same time on your damage.
Wow, that's cool.
No. But for the attack roll with advantage.
Let me actually attack hit it. On a hit, it just. Why won't you tell me?
Why won't you?
If it helps, it uses your spell attack. So
17 is a hit. Go ahead and
Awesome.
roll me real damage this time.
Okay.
Let's see if you can do blue again.
That'd be impressive, not gonna lie.
You could also fish for that crit. That might be sitting up
Oh yeah,
there.
no, yeah. Roll your other. That wasn't with advantage. Give me another attack roll.
That's true.
No crit, but still a hit.
It's a dirty crit, not actually a crit. It's
Dirty
just,
crit.
Oh my god.
You got it red at least. 7 points of damage there. And so that's tentacle.
That's
Durala.
That's bonus action.
You got it, Durala. What about your action?
My action is to do. Why am I blanking? Toll of the Dead. Easy peasy. Wisdom saving throw.
Easy. Wisdom saving
Easy
throw.
peasy.
Wisdom saving throw.
Don't beat a 17. Thank
no,
you.
it's like a 2 with that bane afterwards. So that is a chunky piece of damage. 15
thank
points
God.
there. All
I
right.
have, like, so many ones on my damage.
That is action.
that's-
That is bonus action. Anything else for you?
I'm good. I'm not moving anymore.
You got it. Brenna, over to you. What do we got?
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do 2 attacks
Certainly may.
against. And I'm wondering.
20's going to hit.
Okay, and then here's the damage. And hang on. It is magical damage at this point, so
Got it. Three points there.
and
And that's
then
the 8 on the side there from one it does to itself. Yep. And you're still just a little too far away from the other one for it to jump, so still just doing the damage to the one.
yep. And so I'm going to go ahead and do the second attack.
Sure can.
And it misses.
Second one's going to miss. Bonus action or movement?
Bonus action is I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, I forgot to do this. The 1d6
Oh, yeah, giant damage.
because of the giant strength.
Yep, it's an extra 3, absolutely.
And
Nice,
no
nice.
movement because I'm stuck here in this corner.
Nobody puts Brenna in the corner. That's going to be... Is this his first time round? Yeah, that's his first time round because it's about to Noodle's turn. Stone Golem just stands there and burns in the fire. Go ahead and give me fire damage.
Oh, that's right, because he's stunned.
He is stunned.
Uh-huh.
Ah!
The stun lock has begun. 10 points of damage there. Not a lot of Stone Golem left, but it is no longer paralyzed, at least for the moment. Not a bell.
He's been in the kiln too long.
It's a shame that he's still stunned until the end of my turn.
Oh, is he
unfortunately.
really?
Sure is.
That is the
monks.
worst ability. Go ahead.
Monks are mean. Longsword, fist.
Longsword, fist. That's a hit.
Just in case the crit. Alright, first one will hit.
Yep. 10 there. It's got a little more life left.
The 20 was right there as well.
17's
oh boy.
a hit. 26 is a hit. 8.
Fist comes through.
This comes through. I don't think you could do it even with a crit. Oh, you're getting close though. It's still alive!
And with my movements, I'll just stand there. I'll move one step closer to the other golem.
Okadoka. That other golem, speaking of, is really just wants to punch a Dampier. Durala. Slam.
Why would you want to punch me? I'm just an innocent pink blob.
Tentacles,
walking on the wall.
same color as you are. Ooh.
Oh.
Crit.
Ouch.
Slam incoming. Probably a big number.
Okay. God.
39 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Coming at you on that
That's-
crit.
that's a lot.
That's a big number. And 39 cut in half is going to be a number. 15, 16, 17, some number. And
Cut
I
in
need you
half.
to roll over half of 39.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
To maintain your concentration on this bonfire, which I'm going to say is like 19.
That sounds good.
That is not higher than a 19. The bonfire
Whoosh.
is gone. He has saved his companion.
He
RJD.
is saved.
What are you up to? Oh, thanks for the follow out there. Glad to have everybody stopping by as we are playing our way through the Secrets of the Sphinx, which will be Chapter 13 of the new Dark Tower series that Goodman Games will be putting out. Please make sure and stop by and check out that Kickstarter. But at the moment, the party's working their way through maybe a mishandled puzzle result. Two stone golems are attacking, and our Rockstar RJD, what are you doing?
Sorry, may I interrupt
Oh, sure.
the rock star for a moment? Because I just forgot I had a thing.
Oh?
So he still hits me,
Mhm.
but can I reduce that damage with a reaction from the tentacle?
Do you have to be within 5 feet of you? Or what does it have to be within?
It has to be within 10 feet of me.
Oh, yes, then you are within 10 feet. You may certainly do this thing.
Sweet. And that's it. I just okay. With
Wah, 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 wah.
If it means anything, I think that means your Constitution save goes through. Doesn't it?
So 39 becomes 33. Half of
Oh,
33
15.
is still 15, so still missed it by 1.
that's
Bonfire,
okay.
the friend has saved. Now RJD, sorry about that.
No worries.
Go for it.
So I think RJD is just gonna, stay in combat with this guy, but just kind of move around to the side here, and then he's gonna, continue to be excellent to this stone golem and whap him with the broom.
You got it. And for the chat out there, yes, we are running at level 10 at the moment. We have 4 level 10 characters of various builds and set. Let's see this attack there, RJ.
That doesn't hit.
7, not so good.
But he gets another one, so he's gonna do it.
17's the number you want.
Okay, so let's hit that D6. Why does it keep rolling a D6 and a D8? I don't know.
One-handed or two-handed? D6 is one-handed, D8's two-handed. But I think you said you're doing one-handed.
Yep.
So then you got 3 on that one.
Another 3, and since he's not doing so great, he's gonna point back at his friend and loan him some more inspiration, because we're gonna need a little more help than this. So I'm pointing at Nodabel, and I'm just gonna, you would kill him! We need help!
I am working on it.
I don't know if the limiter's letting those get through, but I sure hope the audience is enjoying that.
I mean, I heard it.
And that is going to bring us over to Durala. Durala, oh wait, hang on one second. Something has just been redeemed in the store. Excuse me. What has been purchased? Buy everyone a reroll. Everyone, please make sure that you make note. You have a reroll which may be used on any D20. And the DM got one too. It was really everyone. The DM has a reroll as well. Durala,
Yes.
what you doing there?
Yeah, what am I doing?
Mhm.
I'm writing down how I have a reroll.
Mhm.
I got 1. I have been schmacked. It hurts.
Uh-huh.
but I stubbornly refuse to move. Actually, I changed my mind. I will move, but in a different way. Might as well take advantage of the Bane and hope this works. I am going to cast... Processing. I'm going to cast... Thunderstep.
Thunderstep, okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, is that actually... That should work.
The only one near you is Munin, who is currently unconscious, or in pieces. I'm not sure what constructs do, so no damage there.
Okay.
So it would just pop the 2 stone golems.
Within 10 feet of the space. Within 10 feet. Okay,
Oh, within
so...
10 feet. 10 feet's a bigger bubble.
Oh, shoot. Okay, that would schmack a friend in the face. Let's not do that. Dang it. I don't want to schmack friends in the faces.
Yeah, I see no good way to do that.
Yeah, no. Alright, never mind.
Okay.
I didn't think that one through. Okay, Toll of the Dead on this guy, because it's worked so well.
No!
Wisdom, please.
Oh! What was the number I needed?
And it would pass, but he's got Bane.
No! Why, Bane? 16's gonna...
That's just enough!
Oh, sad. Go ahead.
He has been damaged.
Maybe you'll roll 2. That's a bigger number than that.
You're
and...
right, did roll 2, though.
and...
It was a 10 and a 2.
with that, stone golem shatters. As it cracks, it splits, it rings, it shakes down, things tend to fall apart. All of it goes to dust and pebbles except for that ankh that had been sealed in its left hand. That remains intact atop the pile of rubble. But there's another stone golem hanging out.
Yes.
Durala, any other actions?
Yes, there is. I'm going to use my bonus action, and kind of do like a little like head nod towards the tentacle, and the tentacle's just gonna kind of go whoop, 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 and whip the other one.
I do not like this effect. Go ahead.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I have rolled to hit. That's gonna
Solid.
hit, I think.
Yep.
And hit damage. Sorry, I have to like open a whole new window thing to get to the damage. There we go. Oh, come on.
8 points of damage is it. Durala, is that it for you?
Yeah, yes. Yes,
All right.
that's it.
It's gonna bring it round to Brenna. Brenna, what do we got?
I'm not liking how peaky Durala is looking, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast a spell of Cure Wounds on her, and to do that I have to go ahead and at least move close enough to touch her.
Yes, please. Still well within range of the stone golem. No attack there.
So I am definitely doing that, and here you go.
Cure Wounds high five.
There you go.
Got it.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
6 points of healing there. Any bonus action for you, Brenna?
Yes. Actually, hang on just a second. Let me take a look at it. I am going to go ahead and cast Branding Might. So that's what I'm going to do. And so what that just means is that I'm taking that as a bonus action, so the next time I hit something, which I can't do right now, it will be with radiant damage.
Sounds good. And I apologize out there to Stream World. I'm just trying to do a thing here because I keep getting a question because I don't normally throw up the player in DM rerolls. But since you're all asking, we'll get that on screen. Currently, players have 4. I have 1. That seems unfair. But let's go ahead and move along to Notabel. Notabel, what are you doing?
Oh, you gotta strike it where it hurts, and he's just gonna just literally zoom past all of them, slide underneath Brenna's legs, come up and just do a kick right to its chin. Ooh. So unarmed strike, bam. You know,
Bam. 12,
I
no.
feel so
I think maybe kicking
inspired.
from the floor to a chin that's 10 feet in the air was your trouble.
You know, it would be an issue if I didn't feel so inspired in this current circumstance.
No, not inspired. That's a D10.
I've got the power!
Oh, and that's the perfect number. 17 will hit.
Nice.
So, he takes
He's got foot lifting.
11 points of damage.
Sure
And-
does.
Could I ask you to make a Constitution saving throw?
You could.
As
I'm
I
gonna
attempt
be
to stun
angry
him.
about it. A 19. This could pass. 1d4.
He automatically passes. The Bane will not take effect.
Bane will not do it.
Bane will
Ah,
not do it.
got it.
Second sword slash comes through.
Got
Let's
it.
see. Weapons. I have weapons.
Do you have weapons? 22 is gonna hit.
There's that.
10 is damage.
Unarmed strike again with a bonus action.
Okie dokie.
It loves that 3.
12's not gonna do it.
You know,
Yours?
it's probably because I don't have the damn whip out. And he puts the sword away and brings out the whip.
Alright. You got it. Not about anything else for you.
That's it.
Alright, that's gonna bring it to the stone golem. Stone golem just wants to squish a damp here. Durala, attack coming in at you. Slam. 29.
Oh geez, that hits. Does the Bane reduce it? It's not gonna be enough.
I
but-
mean, Bane.
I mean,
Does a 26 hit?
No, yeah, it does.
I mean, I'll humor you if you want me to. Like, that seems like the rude thing to do. The punch is carrying some force. 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's better than the last one. Can I have my tentacle react?
Sure
and try
can.
To take some of that away. Awesome. Shoot, tentacle, where'd you go? Why'd you have to disappear? I mean, you're there, but like, there we go. Okay. Within 10 feet, use a reaction, reduce damage. Boop, boop.
Oh,
Nice.
it did you 0 damage. I was
Ah.
wrong.
I
Our
like to imagine it just like grabbed the fist, just went.
RJD, what are we doing?
Yeah, as it kind of comes up on RJD, he's just gonna, kind of pick up his loot that's next to him, and you're gonna hear him go na 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 na, and then he's gonna let loose a thunderclap
Oh,
and yell thunder. So did it roll the DC
DC 17 Constitution
and they are
saving throw.
Bane.
They are baned. He crits
Oh.
it though, so I think
Ouch.
he's gonna get away with this one.
Yeah.
21 still will squeak by. RJD, anything else?
I don't. I don't. What's really so? No.
All right, Durala, what do we got?
That was fast. Oh yeah, because I used reaction. I'm like, why-
Anticlimactic.
I'm like, why that feel so fast? Okay, so let's get the tentacle out of the way.
Okay.
Sorry, the way that they have it set up in not Roll20, D&D Beyond is a little funky.
23 is gonna hit
So
though.
click that first.
4 points of damage
That's
hits.
That
what
was
happened
me.
I don't know what
Oh,
that
sorry.
The
was.
9
Got it. 9 points of damage. Got it.
There we go. I mean, the 4 points of damage definitely would have been, like, in character for sure. And then for, you know what? Oh, I was going to do a create bonfire again, but Toll of the Dead is just so I'm gonna do Toll of the Dead. I require.
Wisdom saving throw. Nope.
Doesn't make it.
That's 11 points of damage
Yay.
there. And that's action. You got a bonus action, didn't you?
Do I have a bonus action in me?
You did the tentacle.
Oh, I did the tentacle already. So yeah,
Okay, yep.
I did.
Oh,
do
got
something.
it. Yeah. All right. You got it. So Brenna, over to you.
Okay, this time, shaking my head and saying, for whatever reason, I am just not getting the hang of this combat. And shake myself a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and use my weapon, which, come back to find it, come back here. And I have what? Sorry, I'm having issues literally with D&D Beyond right now, so hang on just a second. Okay, so here's the attack with the first attack with the scimitar. So this is the next time I hit, and actually I didn't.
Oh, no, neither one of those will do.
No, nope. So I have not hit anything. So that really, really, really is unfortunate.
Bonus action.
Well, if I had hit, I could have done something great, but since I haven't, there's nothing more I can do except for kick sand at the column, which I do in great profusion, and wish I could get to the broom.
You got it.
Oh, wow. No, I'm not going to go run for the broom. That's dumb.
Okay.
Can you not get? Oh yeah, you won't.
It would at least try and take a swing. But in the meanwhile, Notabel, what are you up to?
You got to spend the money to make the money to get the good stuff. And longsword, fist.
Longsword, fist. 18's gonna hit. 8 is damage.
I love how Notabel not only has to register his fists as weapons, but he has to like register them at Hogwarts.
Oh, 14 won't hit though. Player reroll?
Bane?
No, okay.
No.
Bane doesn't work that way. You don't get to take armor class away.
If only.
And so that's going to bring us to the stone golem. The stone golem just wants to kill a Dampier. Durala, slam.
Try me.
27.
Yeah.
Which is really a 23, if that makes a difference. And then the damage, 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna do the reaction with the.
Like every time it punches, your tentacles like.
How dare you? Says the tentacle in glub glub. I just want to make sure like I'm not using this too much, but no, this is actually how it works. Okay. Button.
13 points of damage to Durala, and then RJD. What do you do?
All right, he's not so thunderstruck. That didn't work last time, so he's just gonna try to clean this mess up with that broom there. And that misses.
Oh, 6 no good.
Yeah, let's do it again. No, my lord.
7.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my reroll.
You got
That's
it.
just pathetic. Okay, there we go.
21's a better number.
That's the 6.
One-handed, 4 points of damage. It does hit. It does crack, but it's not down yet. RJD, anything else?
No.
All right. Durala.
Sirala. I am going to. That didn't work very well. I mean, it made me feel bad, so maybe it was okay, but no, that was too bad. You taught me that one, Casey. Toll of the Dead and tentacle.
All right. Wisdom on the Toll of the Dead. 13 is going to take some damage.
Yay. Yes, he has taken damage.
8 points there.
Cool. And then attack for the tentacle. Did it? I don't think it did it.
I don't see it yet.
Come on.
There we go.
Whew, okay.
24's a hit.
If more of them pop up, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then click open that window, click that button. Okay.
7 there. Solid damage.
That's it for me.
Brenna, over to you.
Okay. I'm going to try and hit again. Ah! Hopefully it was the right one.
Crit
Yeah,
will
you
do.
do.
Crit will do.
It will do. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Okay, so I still have branding spite.
Okay.
So in terms of how that works,
You double the damage on it.
okay.
So you would do 4d6 radiant damage.
Yep.
You might have to
And
just
that's
type
in
that in.
addition to the actual damage from the attack.
Yep. So roll branding swipe one more time to double it up.
Okay. And then
Nice.
the attack damage itself too.
Yes, please.
Also doubled?
Also doubled.
That's all the damages.
That's all the damages. All right. So that is. So the only thing that didn't go in there was the last 2 for the scimitar. So that was just a +3 there. So 3, 7 is 10 is a total of 20. 20 points of damage on that first attack. How about the second attack?
Well, I would love to, except for I've just lost my. Yeah.
No.
No is right. Okay, it's coming back. And so the second attack is just for the attack.
Yep.
And one of those hits for sure.
Absolutely. 22 is a solid hit. Let's see some damage.
Okay, there's the damages for the damages, and then here's the damages for the branding smite. Does it get it for the rest of it, or is it just the
No, just the first time you
first
hit.
hit?
So you did it right to get it on the crit.
Okay.
But that was 7 points of damage there, and that is actions. Any bonus action for you, Brenna?
Nope.
Got it. That will bring us to Notabel. Notabel, what you doing?
Being this golem has a very one-track minded to punch this poor frog person in the face. He's going to pull out his whip and going to do a little flourish with it and strike it to shove it back 5 feet.
Okay.
So he'll post up a 11.
The golem will post up a. Oh, hang
It's a
on.
good thing he's
Hang on.
brain.
A 9.
He will shove him back 5 feet
Now, when you say back, do you mean to the left or to the this way?
to the staircase.
To the staircase. So we will say boop whoop. We're going to give you a little more than 5 feet just because there's not a whole lot of space in there. So he is now standing on the staircase. Like teeter-totter, teeter-totter, teeter-totter.
He will run forward. He will then punch it.
Okay.
Nice.
That's going to hit. That's 10 points of damage there.
And with that, he is initiated his agile parry, so he'll punch again.
Okie doke. You can do 18 points of damage. This would be dramatic.
No.
6. It's
And
tottering though. It's like right on the edge.
And then he's just gonna just flail around with his whip, like, come on, you can do better than this. And that's it.
All right. It's gonna try and do better than that. It's just tries to slam right back at you to regain some footing. Not a bell. Slam coming in. 25, which is gonna go down by a little bit to a 22.
With agile parry, my AC is a 20, and with the whip out as a finesse weapon, he is also a defensive duelist, boosting his AC to a 24.
Wow, you have a high AC. That is a miss. Well
Wow.
played.
But no goal fight him against monsters expecting to be hit. That's a death sentence. So he just flaps it away with the whip.
Very nice. RJD, besides you, Not a Bell shows what a monster hunter can do. what are you doing?
Yeah, I think he's is the like. It's a weird view I've got here. The beast is within 5 feet of me, or?
Yeah, he's like around the corner, but within 5 feet of you.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to cast Thunderclap here again.
Can you exclude people, or will you be shocking Notabel?
Oh shoot, I forgot about that. I guess I would be shocking.
Your character would know that. We may have forgotten it. So
I won't
would you
do that? Yeah, I guess I'll just Can I hit him from here though, even though he's down the stairs?
Yeah, you can reach over the wall and clonk on him.
Yeah, I guess I'll just do that.
Okay.
Since my character is smarter than I am. Oh, that doesn't hit, but I get another attack. And that doesn't hit either.
Oh no, that's bad. And so, what else we got? Durala?
Hi.
Hi.
That's me.
Ah.
Tentacle! Go!
Tentacle, go!
We-
14 will miss.
Tentacle! It just kind of droops.
Oh.
We are literally relying on a drunk to beat this guy.
Doing a job.
We're all like standing
He's
back
a
like,
really good drunk. But now he's away from me. I can finally use like the epitome of warlocks, Eldritch Blast.
That is true.
I can do that. A total of 2 beams, really? Is it 2 beams?
It
Level
sounds right for
3.
level 10. You might be up to 3.
I think it's level 11. It's when
Oh, is it level 11?
extra
Okay.
Okay, that's what it is. I was like, is that right? No, okay, that is right. Eldritch Blast to hit.
Oh no!
Player
Player reroll? No?
That's true. I
Yeah.
can do a player
23's a hit.
That is a hit. I might do the player reroll for the 13 because I mean they won't get us more if we don't use them. So.
That is a true statement.
Yay!
All right, that's 2 hits.
All right, and a whip
And a 15.
Nice.
and another whip.
Oh, and you know what? That's enough. The giant
Thank
crumbles.
God.
Stones just skittering down the stairs, spilling out onto the dusty floor below. The Ankh, dunk, 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 down to the bottom of the stairs. And, aside from the sound of the wind and the sand outside, things go quiet. Once more, congratulations, party. You've survived. But now what?
Draw.
I swear to the gods, if I keep having to give you these, you're gonna owe me more than we're getting paid. And he's gonna throw Thrilla another healing potion.
Go, 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 go.
Does anybody
Thank
else
you.
need
Sorry.
some healing?
Oh, fine. Just take my entire inventory while you're at it.
As far as Munin goes, I think you need to just get Munin back up to 1 hit point, and then it can auto-repair itself from there.
I have mending, I think.
Is that what
I-
heals them?
I thought it did, but maybe that was a house rule somewhere I heard.
Well, that's. I think they have to be conscious to repair themselves. I don't know that they have to be conscious to be mended.
Oh no, if mending works, then mending works, because that's you doing it. So if mending restores hit points, then mend.
But I
away.
don't know.
Oh.
Actually,
out.
sorry, it doesn't even matter. I forgot that I switched that out for something else because I was like, I probably
Oh.
won't need mending.
Oh, but I'm
hang
going
on.
to go ahead and use Spare the Dying.
Okay. That will keep it fine. Let me just take a look here. It is a construct. Constructs can be healed the normal ways. And so, oops, something just went ba-ding ding. Excuse me just a
Ba-ding-ding?
moment. What just went ba-ding ding?
But ding ding
Oh,
is good.
subscribe.
Oh, Aggro
Nice.
Craggers. Thank you for you are here. We're doing a little new game. Secrets of the Sphinx by Goodman Games is doing some stuff, and we are just researching. So any normal healing spell will work. So Healing word, cure wounds, anything to get it back up above 0, and then you can go ahead and have it repair itself for the remainder.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do spare the dying. Did it actually?
It is stable, so it is not. It is well. Spare the dying doesn't work on constructs, so it doesn't do anything there. But
It has to just be a healing spell.
A healing
okay,
spell,
then I will
yeah.
do cure wounds.
okay, sure. Sounds good. It restores to 4, and then it can self-heal up from there.
Right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Got it?
I'm gonna tell the party about my Price is Right wheel.
Mhm.
You know, guys, I spun for $1, and I heard a chain drop, big chain. I went down those stairs. I didn't see any chain, but there's 3 doors down there. And you know, my brilliant artistic mind thinks that maybe these onks might be keys to some of them.
I was gonna ask that same question. If you don't mind, he's gonna step over to where the first one fell and grab that honk.
Sure.
Does it look roughly the size of, say, the hole in the wall with the cranks?
It does, and looking at the end of the yonk, you're like, okay, yeah, this is a key, 100%.
Hey, apparently pointy sticks isn't really what you're supposed to use. You're supposed to use these.
I mean,
Now, with that thinking, where there's a key, there's a door, and there's 2 keys, and we've only found 1 door.
Oh, the other one's over here.
Is it there?
yep.
Let's turn
Onk, turn, boom, chink, and you find another Price is Right wheel.
We're
Great
gonna
big
be
cog.
rich.
it. Who wants to go to the showcase?
Me.
All
And-
of us.
And you go over and same basic thing. If you try to pull down its taunt, if you roll it back, it takes a little bit to get it moving. But once it starts moving, you hear that as a whole like mess of gigantic chain links fall over in the distance. And now that you have a little more free time, you're not being assaulted by stone golems. You can kind of spin it while you look down. The chains are falling in the ceiling somewhere in that lower area.
Now, if we peek down or look down or even just go down, right? Because there's nothing around, we can walk down there.
Sure.
Now that we have released both chains, is anything different down there than was before?
Sure, let me drag some people over there. Hang on, let me do a little cleanup here. We're going to take care of that. We're going to drag you all over to that lower area. Any of you who aren't down there, that's fine. We'll just put you down there so you can see what's going on.
Cool.
Just drop some folks over here. And let's go ahead and click that way. So you should now be able to see in that room. Mr. Torch should be lighting up the area. There we go. And let's just give Mr. Torch a buddy to light up a little more area. Awesome. So 3 doors on the far side, and as you kind of come down here now with a little bit of time, I'm going to ask the party to divvy up responsibility once more, and somebody take perception, somebody take investigation, somebody take history, and somebody take survival, or abandon one of those to help you out with doubling up. Who's doing what? Can I see some rolls?
Don't know much about history, but doop.
Ooh, that's pretty good
Nice.
history.
If you ask me, there's probably not going to be any creatures in a place this far abandoned.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's double up. We'll take away from survival, and I'll loan advantage to somebody else. Maybe the traps thing.
Okay, so advantage to investigation.
You got it. Let's see it. And
Ooh.
Nice.
excellent. Excellent. Well done all. So you do definitely find some things. What you find is... and feel free to roll hit dice to heal immune and such things as we get into this area here. The stone staircase you descended led to a dusty crypt-like chamber. The walls are plain and unadorned, except above the opposite wall, above those doorways, there's a little depth difference. something has been painted over up there. It looks like gray paint over just here and there. You can see little bits of color, little bits of gilt. You know, if you spend a little time, you might be able to uncover what is inscribed above the doors. You guess 15 minutes of careful scrubbing so as not to detonate any sigils or symbols. And as you do so, you uncover words, again, written in the ancient Sphinx language, so Durala will need to do a little translation.
Okay.
Durala, what you see is the following.
Mhm.
Follow her sinister hand to access our veiled land. The dextral route covered with sand. Tread here, you'll be damned.
Well, that means we have to go left.
Because left is always right. I heard
Left
someone
is
say
always
this one time.
sinister.
I
Yeah,
feel like whoever says
left-hand path is the sinister path.
These things seem potentially true. And as you sort of look over the doors, the other set of inspection and investigation reveals that there are some rather devious traps set up. The 3 doors ahead of you are locked. Those locks look quite good and a hint magical. You think maybe a detect magic or an identify would help with this one, but Notabel, with your stake wielding prowess, you realize that there's a little arcane shenanigans going on with these, and perhaps a little bit of a trappy trap on all 3 of the doors. As Durala was reading out the inscription, Notabel, you noticed that the arcane shenanigans around the left-hand door faded. The others seem still a bit reinforced. They still seem a little trappy, though.
Brenna, it seems that you're right on probably how the left one might be the right answer. But there's still a trap there. If you want, I can go and try and trigger it. I'm pretty good at least
Yeah,
getting out of the way of it.
I can
Sure.
use my mage hand and just go mess around with stuff, try to trigger it.
That's true.
So do
Yeah.
you have the fancy mage hand Legerdemain, whatever it happens to be?
Legerdemain?
Legerdemain?
No, I
Legerdemain?
mean I just have mage hand. So.
Okay, got it. So you could definitely give it a bit of an effort. If the party would be so kind as to arrange themselves how they would be as this effort is ongoing. You don't need to stay in the room, but so that I know who is where for when whatever monsters pop out and destroy the person who's closest to the door.
Wait, what?
What?
So be away from the door is what I'm hearing.
No, just where are we? I'm like right about there because I'm standing.
Yeah, since I'm using the mage hand, I'll probably be back a bit. Probably right where I'm at.
Okay, sounds good. Not a bell feeling good. Okay, got it. And
I might as well.
would you be so kind as to roll me a? Do you have proficiency in thieves' tools?
I do not.
Do not. Okay,
I
so then
can-
Go ahead.
I do.
Do you have mage hand?
I do not, unfortunately.
Okay,
But hang on just a second.
sure.
Can I give somebody that proficiency is one of my questions.
Is that possible?
This is a skill I'm not familiar with.
I also have mage hand.
What are you thinking you want? What are you thinking you want instead of thieves' tools?
So straight dexterity would be if you don't have thieves' tools. Thieves' tools would give you the ability to add your proficiency to it.
Yeah.
So
Straight dexterity.
So straight dex with a mage hand would be attempt number 1. You could certainly give it a shot. With the 12 at this distance with the mage hand, you're having difficulty even just getting the picks into the lock. It's just not something you trained for.
Yeah.
But I can give him a flash of genius. I don't know if
Oh.
that changing it to a 15 makes any difference.
A 15.
We also got rerolls if we want it.
15 actually does make a difference.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And
I am a genius.
you are a genius. Let me
I
ask.
suddenly feel genius-like.
Let me ask one or two questions to clarify. You were doing this on the left-hand door, correct? The one that is no longer arcanely influenced?
That is correct.
Okay. And everybody is standing where they are standing. And some things are going to happen. First, I'm going to bring up the turn order, because you knew I was going to. I'm going to remove all turns from it, and I'm going to ask everyone to go ahead and click their token and add themselves back to the turn order, for a reason that will be revealed in just a moment.
Why is my token not clear?
I like how it almost comes up that not a bell. It says almost like notable.
It is. I keep wanting to say it every time I see it. All right.
No, that would be my cousin.
Excellent.
Also, if we ever need mage hand stuff, but it's too far away, because of my telekinetic thing, my range is extended by an additional 30 feet, so I have 60-foot mage hand.
Oh, nice.
All right. So, RJD, you've got your mage hand going. You're stretched out. You got it. You found it. You got that flash of genius. You steered it in there. Click, click. You hear it. The click came from the door, but it also came from like 12 or 15 places around the room, like up near the ceiling, and it sounded like locks or hangers retracting. And you're just like, look up, and the ceiling is getting closer quite quickly, as the whole ceiling just starts to descend like a thwomp block. As it does, some things happen. First, Brenna, you have rolled above a 15. Congratulations, that was excellently done. You get to take an action. What would you like to do?
Okay, so the ceiling is coming closer.
It is coming straight down quite quickly, and if you do not move, you will be under it.
Okay, so I am going to go up the stairs.
Okay.
And if I go up the stairs, then am I back up in the room that we were at?
Yes, you are running back up to the room that you are at. Absolutely.
And if I go to... I'm overthinking this, but I would do that. So I'm going to go over into the other room and see if I can't do something with those darn chains.
Sure. So you dart up the stairs, and let me just see how far you're going to get. So you're going to be... Dun, dun, dun. Okay, you can get right into the stair room, and what you are hearing as you get around and into the room with the cog is that the chains are now going taut. You can see the little bit of slack that was left in there. It's now going crazy. The cog is spinning up and down. Based on the size of the ceiling that you think is falling and the ferocity with which this thing is turning, you would very much not want to reach your hand in there. But you could.
Where are the ankhs in relationship to this? They're spinning wildly along with the wheels.
No, so the ankhs are in the doors that were open. They were the keys to the doors that were open. If you just think like there's the cog kind of sticking out at you, and it's moving now like this, like a water wheel that you're staring at. If you tried to grab it and stop it, you would most likely get sucked into it like a.
You still have a broom? I'm gonna go and
Ooh, okay.
grab a broom.
All right. That'll be you can dash over there for now, so you can use your action to dash.
I'm gonna use my action to dash.
You got it. So you have run over and grabbed the broom, and like I say, you're kind of like right about there-ish. And in the meanwhile, something is going to happen. Turn 15. And on turn 15, RJD, that whole ceiling, like, light show. Like, it just spider webs out, and you see the craziest, most amazing glyph accelerating you at feet per second. And I need from everyone downstairs, RJD, Notabel, Dorella. We'll assume Munin came up with Brenna. I need from you all a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
You got it.
Oh, the wrong one missed. Notabel, Dorella, you avoid the effects of a slow spell. RJD, however, you are affected by a slow spell. You cannot take reactions. You lose a little bit of armor class and dexterity, and you can either use an action or a bonus action, but not both. And your movement is halved. That's going to bring up turn number 14. Dorella, what are you doing? Whoops, something went bading. What went bading?
Oh, did I accidentally make something go bading?
No, I think that was
wasn't me.
that was a. Oh, thanks for the follow there, Thuler. Yeah, it's a nasty trap.
That is a nasty trap. Sorry, I'm like, what do I have? Can I do that?
I don't know. And like from your judgment, it's gonna land just in front of you. Like you may not want to be standing there. You're gonna lose a little nose if you do, but you're probably okay where you are.
Oh.
But RJD probably isn't.
Okay, so here's my question. Can I move to RJD?
Okay.
How far does your telekinetic shove go? Can you shove me out?
I could shove you, but I couldn't shove you far enough to take you out.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
But okay, so let's see. 5, 10, 50, 20. Good there.
You're going.
Did
Did you just go north? On my map, you went north.
Yeah. That might change though.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I don't know if that could work. Are you considered a medium or small-sized creature?
He's a human, so he's a medium.
Okay. Then she would probably know that wouldn't work. Dang it. Because with Thunder Step, I could teleport one willing creature, but I am a small.
Oh. All right, so
Shoot.
So Dorella's like bouncing there, like sizing up options, but I mean the ceiling is coming really fast. I need a decision.
I know. I don't know what I can do. I guess at the very least, I'll still do the shove. It won't, it's not gonna get you out, but it'll get you closer.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming you're willing.
Oh, very, very much so.
You feel an invisible force push you towards us.
All right. So RJD, that's a 10-foot push.
No, I think it would be.
5
I think
push?
it's just a normal. I think it's just a 5.
Okay,
I'll
so
double check and let you know, but I'm almost
got it.
certain it's just 5.
So Dorella, where are you physically ending your turn?
Probably away from the block.
Okay, sounds good. Not a bell.
Does the door look like it's open?
The door. Which door?
The one that he was picking.
Yes, it does look like it's open.
Yeah, it's 5 feet, so he moves 5 feet closer.
Unfortunately, behind it is nothing but a blank wall.
Oh, I see. You chose the wrong door. Action. He's just gonna pull RJD just a little bit back.
Okay. So that is a grapple, and then you may move at half your speed.
Actually, no.
No. Okay.
So he was here. So 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna kick him back
Okay.
twice.
Okay.
So if you want to contest a shove attack, you can, but I'm pushing you to safety.
Okay. So Notabel just walks in, starts shoving RJD in the back to get out of the way. RJD, are you contesting this?
No.
You are being manhandled out of the way. and then Notabel.
Does that look like he'd be crushed there?
No,
Or
he
is it
looks like
okay?
he's okay there.
Hmm.
You look like you'd
Oh.
be crushed where you are.
Yeah, let's see, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'll try the lock.
It is still locked. You're like, gurgurk. You could use an action to try and root it, but I
Yeah,
think you've already
but I
used your
kicked him in
actions
the
to
face.
attacks. Yep.
Whatever. 40, 45, 50, step of the wind.
Oh my god.
So Notabel just does the Quicksilver scene, is what I'm hearing at this point.
Oh, yeah.
You got it. And so with that, at turn order number 10, so before RJD would have had a chance to even react to all these things, whadoosh, this whole ceiling just lands, and a huge gout of dust and sand just blows out and up the stairwell, and it becomes fairly obvious where all the crushed bones came from. Congratulations.
I forgot that detail.
No one has died. And now what are y'all doing?
There's a bit of an issue. There's a ceiling in the way now.
There is a ceiling in the way now.
We may be able to pull it up with the Price is Right wheels. Now that it's not in a flurry to drop on us.
Yes.
You know, I'm really intrigued at this game you keep talking about. I'd like to play it one day.
So, as far as those wheels go, between Brenna's idea with the brooms for some leverage and some concerted efforts, if you did decide to try and lift the ceiling, you could. It would be very, very slow going. This is designed to have two stone golems operating it. But, you know, for adventurers and some leverage, you could manage.
I can
And then
also
could we
do something.
wedge it so it couldn't come down again?
Yes.
I could also make it a little bit less onerous because part of my plan was to go ahead and cast Giant's Might again, and could cast it, and I could cast it on me. I can cast it 4 times between now and a long rest. I would use 2 more uses of it,
Okay.
and maybe have one other person.
Sure.
And we would both, which is not something I did the first time, is we would both become large, and then that would give us, and we would have greater strength on our strength checks.
Sounds
So
good.
I don't know how much that would impact the time that it would take and the strenuousness, or if it's even worth doing that or saving it.
I would say if you don't do it, you know what your abilities are, and a little bit of testing you'd be able to get it. It would probably take you about an hour of work to winch it up there, the 4 of you without the magical enhancement. With the magical enhancement, 15 minutes.
Do it.
Okay. Please expend 2 usage. I'm going to say you buff the biggest people, which I think it might actually be you and Notabel. And then...
Surprising because my strength's 8, but I'm very athletic.
Maybe not then.
He's very athletic though.
Okay, so you work it. You do a little testing. You stand there with the car battery and see whose arms drop first. And you get
That's
the
5 minutes of that 15 minutes.
Yeah. You get the trap lifted enough that you can get to the doors, but braced so that it can't go down. After a little bit of fiddling, you find stones and the ankhs and things that you can kind of jam in there without losing any precious equipment. And congratulations, you have cleared that trap. Now, a little bit more time passes, a little bit more careful lock picking and so on, and you open the middle door and the right-hand door, and you find nothing but blank wall.
Huh.
And you check and you double check and triple and hammer and chip away a little bit, and no, this is just a trap.
Well, if that's the case, then there's probably something we're missing up here or somewhere else.
Now, what was the inscription
missing-
again? It was follow her sinister hand to access our veiled land. The dextral route covered with sand, tread here, you'll be damned. Now, I wonder if that means, we guess left-hand path, but maybe it's the left-hand path of the Sphinx upstairs to follow out.
You think
Where
it's the literal hand outside?
Maybe.
It's worth a look.
Maybe it is.
Now
worth
it says the route covered with sand. Tread here, you'll be damned. So if it sends us into some sort of like silty mess or something, maybe we avoid that. I don't know. But it does seem like that Sphinx was a female.
That is
It
true.
means anything. This seemed like the path that was covered in sand. There's sand all over this floor.
Oh yeah, could be. Yes.
So, let's see how long it takes to sort out this particular question. Could I have, from the party, someone give me a perception at advantage?
If you want, I
Okay,
can
our
do it.
perception genius. Not a bell.
Yes, my family name definitely holds up to it.
You do have advantage. A 26 recovers nicely from the 8. And
something
Not a
inflated my
bell
ego.
model.
And so, what you discover at the tips of the Sphinx's paws, 2 hidden doors, both buried rather fully in the sand, hallways leading out beyond them. Un momento. And feel free to go ahead and peer down either of the hallways. Please don't enter them more than 5 feet, though.
Uh-huh.
RGD, which one did you say was the left one we had to go to?
That's what it
That
said.
would be our right. Would be her
Oh.
left.
Her
All
left.
right. You're gonna need to slow this down a little bit for me. It's kind of good.
So far, we have failed to solve every riddle. Hopefully, this one will be better.
So RJD, we'll go with the hallway that you're standing in front of first, and then you can let me know your solutions to these puzzles. But with a great heave, the stone door is pulled open beyond a dark corridor, 10 feet wide, 10 feet high, the floor covered with a fine powdery sand.
I have a question if there is potentially more that I can see, because my dark vision is 120 feet.
Oh sure, 120. You are.
Double
Wait, you are
sight.
120 feet dark vision? I have you set up wrong. One moment.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
Oh
Higher.
god.
Wait, why are you? Oh, that's the torch. I want you to have 120 feet of dark vision.
Phew.
You
There's a
should now have
door.
120 feet of dark vision. And you should be able to see to the end of the hallway. At the end of the hallway, you see a door. The hallway itself is actually fairly ornate. The inscriptions on both sides showing hieroglyphics, fairly decorative, well-maintained, small joints, but only 10 feet high in here, so certainly not big enough for those stompy stone golems. Now,
Okay.
assuming that you at least take the time to peer down the other side as well.
Absolutely.
With a great heave, stone doors pulled open. Beyond is a dark corridor, 10 feet wide, 10 feet high. The floor is covered with coarse sand.
Uh-huh.
What was the other one covered with?
Fine powdery sand.
Oh.
Now, one other thing you notice, this hallway you can't quite see to the end to. It sort of bends around away to the right.
Dextral route covered with sand. Tread here, damn. Dextral usually means you can do it quickly, right? I guess. So that would almost seem like maybe we go the other way than I was thinking.
Is that what dextral means? I was trying to figure out for so long.
Or like, maybe like,
Extra rotary.
yeah, she's gonna agree, but you could tell that she has no idea what that means.
You know, turning to the right.
Yeah.
There's no right. This Dexter.
So you're thinking the hallway that goes left. I mean right. The right hallway that turns right.
Oh yeah, so you're right. Actually, dextral does mean of or on the right side or the right hand.
Oh.
That's the dictionary definition, Oxford.
Science.
Oxford
Science
fellow, and
does
why
this
is he
to
writing a
you.
book?
Oxford.
So what I'm envisioning at this moment is the party is kind of going from one paw to the other paw and then back and forth, and then they stop and huddle in the middle and they break out all their various textbooks and references and they dig through and they're like, oh yes, dextral, and then they close it up, they pack everything back up and then back over to the right, then back over to the left, and
I think that's fun.
then what happens?
So-
for the
Wait,
So I
sake
think-
of the group, you want me to go first? I seem to be a little quicker than most.
Sure. I hurt, so go first.
Oh
So
my
which-
Oh,
gosh.
you're still
which-
hurting.
Do you want
I-
more healing potions? I got plenty. And he just unfurls his cloak, and there's just alchemist fire, holy water, healing potions, wooden stakes, everything a monster hunter could ask for. What do you want? Take your pick.
Just go for
Not
the
that
healing
one.
potions. Okay. Not that one. That's the fake healing potion. Yeah, just go for the healing potion.
For the reference, I stocked up on a bunch of potions.
Did you
So,
really?
If you need one, let me know.
All right. So I can legitimately like roll for like a healing potion right now. Legit?
If you drink it, sure, as long as it's deducted from the inventory. Look.
I now have 7 more healing potions.
All right.
Uh-oh, I deleted all of them. Uh-oh. We gotta take that back.
Well, don't delete all of them.
Oh, now they're covered with sand.
Dropped them.
And so, you've opened 2 doors in the paws. The sand is spilling in, mixing with the, bone-embedded sand of outside. What are you doing now?
So I think.
Oh, RJD's taking it. Nope.
I mean, I'm thinking this way, but I think that's her left hand. Yeah.
All right.
I'm-
So RJD, as you finally like the first one to take like a 10 foot kind of step in and like really look around. Would you like to
Yeah.
roll one of the 4 options that you have?
Sure. I'm gonna roll the. Hang on. What was perception? It was survival. It was.
Yep, you got it. Perception, investigation, history, or survival.
I'm gonna do investigation.
Okay, let's see an investigation check from you then. Oh, that's a pretty good investigation.
Nice.
Well done. As you sort of like creep inside and you're like looking around, you're like, all right, I got this. And you just stand there for a second and then you take your guitar broom and you brush some of the sand out of the way, and on the floor you see an inscription hidden below just a few inches of the sand. And on it, it says, "Follow in the footsteps of the queen to get to the chamber in between."
Follow in steps of the.
And so you've cleared some sand off to the first 5 or 10 feet of the sandy floor.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna like yell out to everybody like, I got an inscription here.
Raise the other foot.
So I'm gonna say, show them and be like, it says to follow in the footsteps of the queen to get to the chamber in between. And I'm gonna look around. Do we see in the hieroglyphics or anything? Do we see anything that could like be a queen or a?
Oh, I feel like that would be a
Goddess.
fantastic use for somebody to roll that history check.
Oh.
Oh,
They mean me.
Yes.
oh, look at that.
Nice.
So yes, looking around, I mean, this is definitely dedicated to the Sphinx culture. And in the Sphinx culture, I mean, there's really only one queen. And that would be Anchoret, the Sphinx queen. She who this very statue is modeled after, and many others, though the resemblance varies here and there.
Okay. Alright, I will share that with the party. So follow in the footsteps of the queen.
I mean, it would be so obvious that there's like footsteps on the wall leading somewhere. Would it be, or on the floor?
There's a lot of sand on the floor. You've got
You
a
do have a
broom.
broom.
Are we
That
applying?
one room.
Are we applying broom to floor?
Oh yes, very much so. And we're gonna slide around in our socks. You know, like it's gonna be like I'm gonna air guitar and sing along while I'm doing it.
You got it. Did a B and a G successfully show up just a little bit north of you all?
A what?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
We're up-
A B and a G have been revealed, and that's about as far as you can reach with your broom without getting creative and acrobatic. You haven't yet set foot on either the B or the G.
What is this even supposed to mean?
Buga,
But good indeed.
or it could be gub.
Only person I know is the BIG, but he's not here right now.
It's not.
May he rest in peace.
Well, you see, wait a second. You can crawl on the ceiling, can't you just sweep the rest of the floor?
Oh, I could crawl on the ceiling. Yeah.
Wait, what?
You
Sorry.
did say test to break, right?
I mean, we're clearly not walking on the floor at this current point in time, but I'm sure the rest of us can't have to, but you don't seem to. What if you do us a favor and just sweep the floor while you're passing by?
Yeah. I could do that.
Just
Okay.
like-
That's a
hand-
brilliant idea.
And
Oh.
could I have your choice, athletics or acrobatics? The DC is only a 5. This is basically just not falling down while trying to broom sideways.
Sounds good. Sorry, let me shift this around. The whole time you guys were talking, I was looking if my summon elemental, if I did an air one, if it had like a gust thing. The answer is no, it doesn't, which is strange for an air elemental, but okay. I'm sorry. So acrobatic or athletics?
Acrobatics or athletics?
Okay. Got it.
Wow!
Nice.
You are
Yeah.
a mighty nice.
A mighty 6.
Nailed it.
96.
It's a very awkward looking crawl and sweep. Crawl, sweep, crawl, sweep.
Yeah, this. I think you maybe usually use your hands to at least balance yourself, and this is just a weird situation. But yeah, you keep sweeping away, and as you do, more and more letters are revealed.
Okay.
Can we spell Anchoret's name?
I was just thinking about that.
Can you?
What I'm trying to piece
We
together.
can.
We got the A, we got the H. That's an N. Sorry, my bad. I didn't read too well. There-
N-K.
H is back here. The
Yeah.
A is here. Oh, there seems to be an R missing.
Oh wait, here. I can help. Whoop.
That's an A.
Isn't
Like-
there an A in the name?
Yes,
Yeah, I think
but
if we
there's an
just
R.
if we just circle letters that are in her name and we only walk on those tiles, maybe.
But we run out of letters and tiles.
So
Well, we might. need to go first.
Durala, as you move down the hall, basically they are running out of vision. You can see
Uh-huh.
the HARET as you continue down.
I can see the A. Oh, okay. So, gotcha. So they can't see it, but I can. Gotcha.
Right. They're kind of peering into the darkness. You know what? I bet if I threw a torch down there,
Whoops.
Oh yeah, it's
be
like
able to
yeah.
see.
Well, I'll do light on a rock and throw it down there.
Yeah, that sounds like a good
We-
thing.
Can we at least look at the other side too?
I'm willing to let you.
Hey.
I'm asking everybody. Because,
Yeah, it
because we
spells
have a
her name.
BG in the way.
Well, we can always jump
Jump
over it.
Yeah.
Also, Casey, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. How the heck do I erase? Because I made a mistake.
Click on it and then hit delete.
Oh.
A-N-A.
See, A, N,
And then we
K.
jump
Jump.
H-A-R-E-T.
H-A-R-E-T.
Yep. I think that's the as Indiana Jones would say. Well, that's the cup of the carpenter there.
All right.
He's a great hero of mine.
Now, Brenna, your inspection of the other side, so far coarse sand there. Attempting the same thing, sweeping out the first 5-10 feet. You move the sand out of the way, but no inscription, no sign, nothing along those lines. The hieroglyphics on the wall seem very similar. Again, speaking the praises of the Sphinx people, but no puzzle. As you're over there, though, could I get you to roll one of those 4 options for what you might be looking at?
Yes.
Nice.
A 19 investigation is quite good. Bum. I mean, this looks like the safer of the 2 hallways. No traps, no weird letters, no cryptic instructions. Just a hallway.
I'm going to ask Munin to go ahead and walk forward.
Sure. Munin goes trucking on down the road. Keeping eyes open, nose sniff. I don't know if Munin sniffs, but as Munin moves down the hallway, eventually reaching the far end, if he so chooses, they will be able to see there is a bend, and there is a set of double doors. A little pawing at those doors, and they do appear to at least be held shut, if not locked. Give me one moment. It is locked. There is a keyhole. Munin's barks back to you indicate I'm going to need somebody with a little better dexterity here. Probably some thieves' tools. Unless Munin has thieves' tools. Is Munin a multitasker?
Munin is just a construct and can only do doesn't have everything that I have, but I have proficiency with these tools.
Okie dokie.
So I'm going to go ahead and use these tools.
Okay. So let's hold for a moment there. RJD, not a bell. You are picking out your set. Durala, what are you doing? Are you back to the end of the hallway, or are you still down there spotting for them?
Since she was sweeping, she'd probably be spotting.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll place her, I guess, at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
But she'd call over and ask where she'd ask for where Brenna is, because she, at this far away, her vision's kind of narrow, so she can't really see if she's like on the other side of the wall or not.
Okay. So Brenna, are you picking the lock, or trying to pick the lock?
Okay, so I'm looking at this just to make sure that I actually do have proficiency with thieves' tools.
Sure.
Just in case I do not.
If you don't have them, you could still make the attempt. It would just be a little harder.
I'm going to go ahead and make the attempt.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a... did you have Thieves' Tool proficiency?
I did not.
Did not. So just a straight dexterity check, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is when RJD is going to turn around and be like, where is Brenna?
Where is Brenna? A 13. Okay. So a couple of things are going to happen at once. Basically for dramatic effect, and as it's getting to about 11:10 or so on the eastern side, this is where we're going to start wrapping up for the evening. So Brenna, you successfully fiddle, click. As you click, you hear as a series of portcullises drop between you and the outside world.
Oh boy.
Durala, you've been spotting this whole time, and you're kind of like, hey, where's Brennan? You kind of settle down, and you're looking towards it. And as you do, you finally take that one more step back and really settle into your spot there at the far end of the hallway, just a little too close to that door. Now, your back's to it, so you don't get the fun of seeing it. But RJD, you get to see that same inscription style start to light up on the door. And as you're like, oh no, Durala, I'm going to need you to go ahead and make me a saving throw. And that saving throw...
You're a big old Indian. You know, RGD, I think you said something about an Indiana Jones fellow.
is a DC 16... Sorry, excuse me. Wrong one. Yeah, DC 16 Wisdom saving throw for Durala.
Muted.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Well
I was,
done.
Hey,
I was just settling myself, being like, well, I haven't used a reroll yet, so that's good. And then I was like, no, I'm good.
So maybe it's good that you were looking away, because you just feel it wash over you, and the frills kind of all go up, and the chill goes down your back, and you're like, wow, if that had landed, I would have been scared and probably just torn straight down this hallway, hell for leather. Thankfully, that didn't happen. But portcullises have dropped near where Brenna is. RJD, Nautabel, you heard it. It was big, loud, thumpy, poof. Little sprays of sand came out, and something is moving in the sand. You can hear it as just like that shh kind of noise, as a whole lot of sand is funneling into the right hand of the Sphinx. And that's where we'll pick up next week, rolling into combat, as the sand begins to approach Brenna. The party's a little split at the moment, but don't worry, it's only 120 or so feet. I'm sure that won't come into bother them in the least. We've been playing Secrets of the Sphinx, which will be Chapter 13 of the new Dark Tower that will be coming out by Goodman Games, a re-release for the original Adventures Reincarnated series. We've been playing the 5e edition. Alex will be handling the DCC, so he'll be covering similar stuff in about a week and a half. I'm excited to see what angle he takes on some of these things. And this party, at least, can come hoot and holler, because there won't be spoilers up till they get past this point. Then they're going to have to drop out and hide their eyes again if Alex goes quicker than I did. If you would like to come hang out with us, do please drop into the Discord. And as we start to close out, in the 5, maybe 10 seconds of what the heck, what are each of you doing? Brenna, let's start with you. The portcullises have whomped behind you. What are you doing in your 5-second interval?
My 5-second interval, I'm looking at the door that I just tried to open and did open and see if it actually opens.
Blank wall. It's just... Oh, blank wall.
That's it.
Okay. Let's go
Can't
with...
hear me yell.
Let's go with Durala, who just got hit with a wave of fear but shook it off. What are you doing?
Maybe like she's like standing her ground. She's not quite running, but enough of that kind of fear kind of like creeps in again. Like, guys, are we still missing one? Like, is she like just still outside, or like she's just like she's just rambling, and that's it.
Got it. Let's go with RJD. I think RJD was the first one to call out the missing of Brenna. What are you doing as just things start to happen? Glyphs go off, noises over there. What's your gut reaction?
I think I am gonna run up to like the door here and peek out over to like I'm probably scared because I hear something moving in the sand, right? And I'm, thinking like giant worms or something. But I'm just gonna peek out and like look to the right where I assume maybe Brenna went, because she said, "Oh, we gotta check that out before we go," and that was the last I heard. And
Yeah.
so I'm gonna peek over that way and see if I see anything.
Yeah, you get your head out there and you see like a little spray of sand coming out, like something had dropped inside and kind of blasted a little sand up in the air. But as that spray goes out, there's just a river of sand flowing in. And not a bell. Go ahead.
Into where we are.
Into where Brenna is on the far side paw.
And I can just see
You just
it flowing
see
in like the
sand
river.
just moving in. It's a weird way for sand to move.
Am I able to cast a spell or anything like that?
Not yet. We'll save spells for next round, or we'll save spells for next time. Not a bell. How about you?
Assuming I can't really do anything too spectacular because we are ending.
Yeah. What's
Oh,
the
God.
the ending plan? What's the exclamation that you make?
All right. What do you think it's going to be this time? Is she going to drown herself in sand, or is there a sand monster? Well, either way, he's going to lace up his nondescript Nikes and pull out the whip. Guess it's time to find out.
Nondescript Nikes. All right. And with that, thank you everybody for hanging out. Alex, if you happen to be out there in the chat and we are raidable, feel free to go ahead and drop a raid in. Planet Buster. Well thought. You have half of the words in that right. So we will see what the exact definition is as we return back. It is one of the custom monsters for this module that they get to encounter. So looking forward to it. Thanks everybody. We will be back next week on Sunday for our second half, and Alex will be kicking off the DCC as well. We'll talk to y'all later, and it looks like we're heading out to see the Thagalore for a quick raid. Thanks everybody. See you a bit later.
Thank you.